Shalom, we the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked and sinful kingdom called America, which is spiritually Rome, Egypt, Babylon, Sodom, and Gomorrah. Before we go any further, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's own begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, the ones our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teach us the truth. We're going to start off like we always do. All right, introducing the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called Jamaicans and West Indians. Levi, the so-called Haitians. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Zebulun, the so-called Guatemalans and Panamanians. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the so-called Cubanos, right, the Cubans. Gad, the so-called North American Indians. Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Naphtali, the so-called indigenous Indians of Argentina to Chile, South America, right? Asher, the so-called indigenous Indians of Colombia to Uruguay. And last but not least, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. You see yourself on the sign according to the seed of your father? Repent and turn back while you still have time. Because contrary to popular belief, this place called America will be destroyed according to the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. Hold Jeremiah 28. You know, and that's beautiful. The America is going to be destroyed in your lifetime very soon. You know, and the words of Yahweh Shema Shai are not going to go out void. And how are the words of the Lord spoken by his prophets? So we come out here week in and week out to prophesy, meaning what, to tell you the things are going to happen before they happen. You got it, bro?
Yeah. It's Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
See, they prophesy against many countries, you know? So Yahweh Shema Shai sets up his men to prophesy against this country. We come and come to condemn America, you know, of all this wickedness that's promoted across the four corners of the earth. Like I tell you in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 5. But everyone hold that. Go ahead.
And against great kingdoms of war and of evils and of pestilence.
It says of war and of evil and of pestilence. So we come here week in and week out and tell you that World War III is on the rise. You know, there's going to be a war on your food. There's going to be a race wars out here in the streets. You know, and this is why. Why are these things happening? Because it's the will of Yahweh Shema Shai to bring the so-called white man Esau, Edom, down out of power. Read it again from top of the show.
It's Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old.
You have Jeremiah, Nehemiah, you know, Ezekiel, Isaiah. These are all prophets. Jonah, these are all prophets which prophesied before us, you know. They told you the things, what the will of the Lord was, and their words surely came to pass, you know. Just like our words in these last days, it's going to be known who the true men of the Lord were, who the true prophets were, by the words which they had spoken. Go ahead.
Prophesied both against many countries.
Once again, prophesy means to tell you something that's going to happen before it happens, aka a job of a prophet, you know. Go ahead.
And against great kingdoms.
And is not America a great kingdom? You know, America, you know, these elites, you know, who control the whole world. You know, hey, they have rulership of the whole world. America, the hammer of the whole earth. You know, America, you can tell America is the top nation on earth by how they have their military in all these other nations. You know. But what, America being the great kingdom, we're telling America no matter how great they are, you know, their peak of their empire, they going down, you know? Yahweh Shema Shai has ordained for them to fall. Okay, bro?
Of war.
And how are they going to fall? Isaiah 95. They're going to fall in Revelation 11:14. They're going to fall in this next, the third World War III. You know, get Amos 9 and 8, bro. Hold that.
I had that.
Count in the spirit.
21 first.
Isaiah.
This is Isaiah 95. For every battle of the warrior is but confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
You watch these ancient war movies, like Gladiator, that came on TV the other day. You know, you have Troy. You got all these movies, you know, these different documentaries you can watch. They show you that ancient wars, they were fought with swords, they have bow and arrows, you know, and they'll be with confused noise. One army running up against another, you know. Generals yelling, telling their military to get back out of the way of the archers, you know, to protect themselves, you know. So that's how the ancient wars were fought, you know. But this third world war is going to be fought on a different playing field. Go ahead.
Isaiah 9:5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with the burning and fuel of fire.
But this third World War III is going to be with burning and fuel of fire. You see? And what's going to be that burning fuel of fire? 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles that are going to be shot off from these various countries with nuclear capability, and they're not going to spare any arrows. Every nuclear missile that they have, or a nuclear warhead that they have, are going to be shot off here on America, you know, and in Israel, you know. The only thing is, Israel is going to be built up, and America is not. You know, this place is going to be a total desolation.
Got a precept.
Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'll start at 3. It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Yep.
A fire is set among you, and who may quench it?
Yeah, you know, this is a rhetorical question, you know? Who's going to quench this fire, you know, once it starts to burn and consume America? No one is, you know? Here it is, the LA fires, you know, happened almost a year, 2 years ago, you know, that wildfire. They couldn't even stop that, you know? So how are you going to stop nuclear fire? Go ahead.
Yep. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
In the ultimate plague, according to Zechariah 14:12, brother can hold that, is those nuclear missiles. You see? Those nuclear missiles, which, let's get it. You can go ahead and drive through, Rome.
You good now?
Hold that, come on. So he
Yeah.
said, plagues are sent unto you. Who may send them back? You
Right.
know?
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse.
You got Zechariah 14:12 first. Then what guys do you have next? Lord's willing.
All right.
But see, this is what people are failing to realize, that no matter how much money you try to save up, no matter how much you try to fight for equality here in America, America's going to be done away with, you know? And you have to come to that realization. You know? You got it? Yeah, you got it.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Yeah, so this is going to be the plague that the Lord is going to use. And it's about to describe the plague, and it's going to what? Jerusalem being the people forced to place. Really, it's talking about the elect. Because even amongst the nation of Israel, you know, you have the elect, and then you have the 2/3. You have the 2/3 of the nation of Israel who are destined for destruction. Why? Because they are constantly fighting against, you know, what the will of the Lord is. You know, they're fighting against what Yahweh Shema Shai has done as a nation to do down in reserve, which is to keep the commandments to the best of their ability and have faith and trust in Him. Okay.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes,
Okay.
and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Now think, what has the power to do that? You know, there's enough apocalyptical, you know, movies about the apocalypse happening. You know, there's enough. You know, you had that dude Albert Einstein. You know, I don't know how World War III is going to be fought, but World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones. You know, because why? He understood that it's going to be a great destruction. You know, World War III is going to be the war, the end all wars. You know.
That's right.
You got it. Back in that one.
I'm gonna go back to it.
Second Ezra?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more than that.
Yeah.
You read 13.
Yeah. Say what now?
Oh, you jumped down 13. That was all you want to get out of the upper parts.
Yeah, I'm out there down 13.
Okay.
Yep. Well, no, I'll read 7.
Okay.
Verse 7, 2 Ezra 16:7, it says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot from a strong archer.
So if you have if you see a man, you know, he shoots an archer, you know, to a target, you know, Now, can you, while the arrow is in mid-air, cause it to go back into the archer's hand? No, you cannot.
Right.
Esau even knows that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, verse 8, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Yeah, the Lord is doing this, The Lord killeth and he maketh alive, He wounds and he heals. Yahweh Shema Shah, the power of the earth is in his hands. You see? If the Lord wants something to be done, ain't no one is going to be able to stand up to change it. Go ahead.
Yep, it reads, verse 9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to jump down
Okay.
to
13.
I was going to read all the way through.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
Mm-hmm.
He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 13. Jumping down to verse 13. For the strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Go ahead.
His arrows that shooteth are sharp.
See, these arrows are sharp, They're going to pierce America, They're not going to be shot, and not have any effect. When they hit the target of America, they're going to pierce America, They're going to they're going to accomplish that which they were built to do, which is to devour. Scripture, what does it tell you in Isaiah? The Lord hath created the waster to destroy, You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
And who are the modern day smiths? The modern day smiths are the scientists, Because in the ancient time, a smith is someone who works with metal, So you have a gunsmith, a locksmith, But the modern day smith are the scientists. Go ahead.
It reads, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
So this instrument for his work, Yahweh Shema Shai has created these missiles, is that nuclear fire to cleanse this place, Cleanse this fire is known as a cleansing agent. It's going to cleanse this, it's going to cleanse the wickedness, it's going to cleanse the filth that wickedness has brought onto this planet Earth. Spearheaded by the so-called white man Esau Edom. And the Lord said, he has created the waster to destroy. So that's the purpose of these missiles, to destroy. Not to be sat in museums, not to be, showed off in the city just so they can, these other nations can flex their military might. No, these are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. They're going to be used.
Back in 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 3. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that shooteth are sharp.
Those arrows, once again, be those ICBM nuclear missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles, which have the ability to be shot from one end of the earth onto another. Go ahead.
And shall not miss.
And shall not miss their marks, and their target, shall not miss their target, and their target is right here in Babylon. What's Isaiah? Jeremiah 15:17, 15:14. Brother won't hold that. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 15.
50.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
that was my fault. That's it, 50. It's not.
This is I said this is Babylon. This is Jeremiah.
This is
It is
Babylon.
Babylon. Did you have a Shamor?
No.
This is Jeremiah 50:14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about.
Now who's this talking about? He's talking about these other nations, You got Turkey with nuclear capability. You got Russia. You got China. You got Iran, Iraq. All these other nations, they got nuclear capability. So the Lord is saying, hey, put yourself in array against Babylon. If these other nations don't have nuclear capability, they're going to get some. Who are they going to buy them? They're going to buy them from Russia. Shoot. They might buy it from America, and claim to be allies with America. But when the times come, it says American allies are going to turn them to them. The beast is going to hate the whore. The whore being America. The beast being NATO and the EU and this whole system that they have set up. All these nations join together with them.
Yep, it's Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow.
All you that have those nuclear silos to shoot your missiles off, get them ready. Get them locked and loaded. Put the bullet inside the chamber, Go ahead.
Shoot at her.
Pull the trigger. Shoot at her, You got it.
Spare no arrows.
Spare no arrows. Everything you got, let it go. Let it loose, You got that scene in the Terminator when it was like somebody is following us. They let all their bullets loose, They shot into the woods to get the predator and they missed. But hey, the Lord is telling the other nations, hey, shoot at her. And why are all the arrows going to be used? Because once again, this is going to be the war, the end all wars, when righteousness is established. When Yahweh Shai is ruling on the planet Earth again with his 12 and the rest of 144,000 men, which are the governing body of for the nation, which for the whole world, really, which is going to be the governing body, we're going to govern these other nations, or no one's going to rise up against us in war. It says the nation and kingdom that do not want to serve us shall be utterly destroyed, And if they want to do what the Lord commanded them, we're gonna make sure they don't get no rain,
Right.
They're gonna have a drought, they're gonna have a famine. These nations are gonna want to serve us, That's why the scripture says when righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So there's not gonna be any uproars, and if there is, if there is, we're gonna put a stop to it, We might do it on purpose, just for some excitement. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it reads on Jeremiah 50:14. It says, "For she have sinned against the Lord."
For she have sinned against the Lord. Babylon the Great. This whore has sinned against Yahweh Shema Shai. Look what Esau Edom is doing to the Lord's people. Here it is. They want to microchip the whole world. They want to try to give you a vax. They create a fake virus. They create, whether it be fake or whether they just create off of propaganda. They created this virus to what? To basically kill you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Lord's chosen people. This is how she has sinned against the Lord, drilling into the earth, taking all its resources out, all its oil, all its minerals. You got damn air is polluted with chemtrails. You got GMO foods. It's crazy. This place has to go, and it's going to go out dramatically when these missiles are shot off onto this place. Back in 2nd Ezra. I believe that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
And this right here is a telltale sign that this is not talking about normal arrows, That's not talking about normal bow and arrow, you see? Because it says when it begins to be shot from the end to the world, Only one thing has that capability, which is those ICBM nuclear missiles, And they look just like an arrow, They look like, they look just like an arrow, They look like a big pill,
I mean, you shoot over 200,000 arrows to a country. First of all, they're not going to make it. If they do make it, it's not going to destroy the country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it has to be talking about the missiles.
That's right.
Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
We just read what the plagues were, in Zechariah the 14th chapter. They're sent. They're not going to return upon the earth. Go ahead.
Verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
See, Basra, aka America, is going to become a desolation. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
That's good. Yeah, it's alright. Hey, it says, read it again, Baba Shaw.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 16. It says, so verse 15, Salakia. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Yeah, and until it consumes the foundation of the earth, Don't tell that you can't park like that. But until we consume the foundation of the earth, until America be completely consumed, even to the foundation thereof. You see?
Right.
This place is gonna be uninhabitable ever again, and good for it. You know. This land is polluted. They got GMO seeds, which messes up the earth. You know. This place has to go. This planet is polluted by the blood of the saints. You know, by the blood of the Israelites.
But what does Esau say? God bless America, right?
The Lord is saying, "God damn America," you know.
Right. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. It says, it just goes in Ezra's, you know what I'm saying?
Woe is me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, read that.
Want it? Verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
And if you're not, see, Ezra's, he was a righteous man, you see? He understood, for one, that reincarnation is in the Bible. He understood that he was going to be in these end times right before the Lord came back. And he's saying, woe is me. He said the great destruction. Who's going to deliver him in those days? Yahweh Shema Shai. Yahweh Shai, ultimately, you know, because the Heavenly Father is going to send Lord Yahweh Shai back to deliver his elect from the four winds of heaven. You see? Yahweh Shai and the band of angels is going to deliver Ezra's, you know, in which, you know, really the elect, you know? But Ezra's knew that great destruction. He did not want to be a part of that. He's seen the destruction, you know? It tells you in Revelations that the remnant were affrighted, you know? The remnant were afraid, yet they gave praise unto the Lord. Because they're going to see destruction. They're going to be terribly afraid. You know, this destruction that's coming, this is the wrath of the Heavenly Father, you know? The Lord's coming back angry. And Yahweh Shai, what tells you? The slain of the Lord is going to be many, you know? The rest can hold those scriptures, you know?
And if I may add on to what you're going into, man, you know, that lets you know that no one's saved. Here this prophet Ezra is telling you, but who's going to deliver me in that day? But let these Christians and these churches tell you, right, that they're saved already. You know? The archers ain't been sent yet. You ain't saved yet. You ain't saved till you in them chariots.
You guys there 13 and 5? Yeah. Read that. Unless you got something you want to bring out.
Those precepts you call.
Okay, yeah, those guys are 13 and 5.
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country.
And we just read what comes from a far country. Those arrows, those nuclear missiles. Go ahead.
From the end of heaven, even Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and every weapon of his indignation. And the weapons of his indignation.
Yep, and the weapons of his indignation. So, in the same sentence, you have arrows that are going to be shot from end of one end of the earth onto the other, simultaneously with these being the weapons of the Lord's indignation. You look up indignation, it means righteous anger. Meaning what? The Lord has a reason to be angry with what is going on in Babylon the Great. Look how America is running. Look how it's being ran, you know? You got women with yellow hair. You gotta do Instagram challenge. That's why I deleted my Instagram. You know, it's very foolish, you know?
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5.
It's still good.
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
To destroy the whole land, you know? Hey, it don't get more simpler than that. What is this talking about, you know? Can you break this down to us? That's talking about, no, it's talking about, we the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord reveals his secrets unto the servants of prophets, and we are here to break it down to you. And the only way you're gonna be able to be safe from this destruction that's gonna destroy America. You know, it don't matter if you go to America has nuclear missiles as well. America is gonna shoot their missiles on China. They're gonna shoot their missiles on, you know, all these other Iran, all these other countries. But those nations, those areas are gonna be built up again. You know, the only difference is America is gonna be destroyed, even to the foundation. You know, until no rebuilding America. You know, you got North Carolina, South Carolina, the state line. You're not gonna be able to tell where they were. You know.
You know, the scriptures say that this is the Lord's weapon, but yet the Lord's being promoted as this lovable, peaceable guy that we're hurt or flawed, man. You know, you people need to rethink, reevaluate what the God of the Bible's only begotten Son is about, man. He's not all about love, peace, man. Look, if someone's all about love and peace, what do you need a weapon for? Those ICBM missiles are the Lord's weapon, man. We just read it. That's all I want to say on that.
The brother got precept backing you up.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 15, Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is a man of war. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is his name.
Yeah, so the Lord is a man of war, you know? So the Lord is building up his weapons, really his troops are those ICBM nuclear missiles, you know? And and they're going to devour, they're going to obliterate America, you know? The Lord being a man of war, that's why his title is, one of his titles is the Lord of Hosts, the Lord of Armies. And you see, and this is after the children of Israel was delivered from the Egyptians, you know, again from Pharaoh, who's the modern day Pharaoh. You know, they're triumphing in the name of the Lord. You know, you had David; he was glorified. You know, it says Saul has killed his thousands and David his tens of thousands. You know, it shows you the manner of the Lord. And King David was the Lord's anointed. You see, so the Lord is a man of war. You know, and he's about to wage war on the planet Earth, starting with Esau, the rulers of this planet Earth, so-called white men. What are you brothers holding?
I got those.
Yeah, let's get Amos out of here.
Okay. Well, I got something fast.
Okay, yeah.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. It says, "Behold, this Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They have made all the earth drunken." The nation.
Oh yeah, Babylon being America, you know? Babylon being America.
Yep.
You know? Read it from the top up, Sean.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They made all the earth drunken.
Yeah, what are these nations drunken with? They're drunken with the philosophies, with the wine of America, you know? This democracy, you know? That the people should have the right, which is really a lie, you know? But that's what these nations, that's why you leave America, that's why you got damn McDonald's over there in China, you know? That's why you have women fighting for equality in Iran, you know? In Saudi Arabia, all these other countries. Because that philosophy that America has polluted the whole, these nations have drunken of that wine, you know? They have gotten rich off of America, you know, having the slaves of the Israelites, you know? Us working, not only did we help build up America, we help build up these other countries as well, you know? You got Israelites out there in Russia. That's why it was called the transatlantic slave trade, you know? But keep reading.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. It says, "The nations have been drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad."
Mm-hmm. You look up that word "mad," you know, it also goes into crazy.
Yep.
You know, these nations are bugged out over here. Yep. You know, that's why these nations aren't gonna have any problems. They know they might have relatives that live in China. They might give them a heads up, tell them to come out of America. But when this deal goes down, hey, they ain't gonna have no pity on their own people shooting these missiles.
Right.
These nations are bugged out over here, you know?
Okay.
Any more than that?
Yeah, the nations are mad, right? Going back what you was born into, man. They're women out of order. You know, you got the Iranian woman twerking from a light pole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who they get that from? Right over here in America, man. You know, women want to be leaders over there. You know, why? Because Esau lets women be leaders over here, judges, rulers, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The woman running the household. So then when these nations realize, look, man, hey, look, that's going on. Why did I let this man in my house, man? Why did I sit down at the table and drink with this guy, man? You know?
All right.
Verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed.
Yeah, and so Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. It says, take balm for her, if so she may be healed. Balm is a healing mechanism, you know? But she is not going to be healed. America is falling too deep, you know, in their debt. You know, really, at the end of the day, you know, Yahweh Shimon Shai, you know, he wants America to be destroyed, you know? We read earlier that she has sinned against the Lord. America, wickedness, Job 20:4, you know, a wickedness cannot go on forever.
Got you more?
You know? I just want to bring that up real quick.
Yeah, if I may add on, you know, like it was going to that bomb, like you have like Vaseline, right? You get a cut, you know, put some Vaseline or something like that, like a bomb agent on it, and it's supposed to heal it, man. They're in the process of trying to heal Babylon right now, but it's not going. It's going to backfire, man. Stimulus here, stimulus there, man.
Well, then before the stimulus, they had all the tariffs they were putting on all these other countries.
Yep.
America's been trying to climb out of this hole, you know?
Right.
He dug it too deep, though.
That's right.
Scripture say, he that diggeth a pit, and layeth a trap, he shall fall therein, you know? He fell into his own damn hole.
That's right.
You got it, bro?
Yeah. This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth,
Go ahead.
that the triumphing of the wicked is short,
Uh-huh.
and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?
You see? And the Lord, hey, this has been since the days of old. That the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. The triumphing of the wicked is short. You see, the wicked, you know, man ruling his society in wickedness and triumphing and getting the victory, you know, and is on the winning team, hey, that's short, you know? The Lord's about to bring it to a abrupt end.
Yep.
When he brings these missiles and these different plagues. You see America falling. You know, you had Donald Trump. You know, I was watching the other Apostle Gabar's video. You know, he brought the video. Donald Trump is planning on sending military troops, you know, to pass out the vaccine, you know, once they have it, you know. He was, you know, the apostle was making, the other apostle Gabar was making great points. You know, just another reason for them to militarize everything, you see? Oh, and now, not only is the military going to make sure they have the vaccine, what about the people? Now they're going to be at restaurants, you know? Oh, wait, show me your card that you have that you're taking it, or, you know? Or show me your chip, you know? Who knows? Hey, everyone is still on the edge about this whole coronavirus thing. You know, I was at this restaurant, one of the coworkers, not one of the coworkers, one of the people, one of the man's employees were coughing, you know, and the customer in front of me was like, "Excuse me, does he have the coronavirus? You know, is he okay? I've seen him cough 3 times." You know, I was like, "Yo, it's probably good, yo," you know. But you know, she's over here bugging out. Sure, you got the food and everything. She's not asking for a refund or anything, but she's just bugging out, you know.
Oh, that's funny. So, this is back in Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, And let us go every one into his own country, for judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yeah, so you're supposed to forsake Babylon, you know? And you see these other nations, they are starting to forsake Babylon, you know? Some of them, that's why you had a couple years ago all those millionaires leaving out of Chicago. And what do you have? You had earlier last year, you know, time is just flying by so fast. You had they had basically buffed up the military out there in Chicago, you know, and you know they never got around to it. You know, they wanted to make that a police state, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I know. At one of my previous jobs, this Elamite, you know, every time I would come in with an order, he would be like, he'd check over the invoice. Nah, I can't take it. I'm not gonna make any money. I'm not making any money. You know what I'm saying? And not too long after that, man, he closed up shop, man. Now I don't know if he went back, you know, to India or Pakistan or whatever, but he closed his shop down because you know America's going down the drain, man. Got all these major companies closing down, right? All these retail shops. That should let you know right there.
As Jake told me, I was at the mall, everything was on sale, yo. Everything was on sale.
See?
You know, I was like, what? Everything on sale?
Yeah.
Hey, they trying to make their money back, you know?
That's the mall. That don't even sound right. Everything
mall,
on
yeah.
everything on sale?
During the summertime?
Right.
Come on, yo.
That was it. The second Ezra 8:3 and 7 and 20.
Okay, you can bring those out.
Yeah, because I know you called from earlier. The second Ezra chapter 7 verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them.
So that many being an innumerable amount of people, you know, being Israel being as the sand of the sea, you know, because this is talking to the Israelites, they are going to perish. You know what? They are going to die because they despise the law of the Most High. The word despise goes into hate that is said before them by the prophets, you know? And look, we do these things so what they can't say, oh Lord, we didn't hear your prophets, we didn't know. We made it, we gave, hey, it's gonna break it down, go ahead.
Yeah. It says, verse 21, for the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Yeah, even in the time when Moses was giving the nation of Israel the law, he said what? See, now that I have set before thee life and death, blessings and cursings. Therefore choose life, that thou and thy seed may live. So, hey, we're doing the same thing in the same spirit. We're telling you, choose life, choose Yahweh Shai, you know? This word is life.
That's right. And going back to all the missile scriptures, right? Because if you don't, you're going to perish by the Oxybear missiles, man.
Yeah.
Right along with these heathens, man. You know? You're going to be a fuel for the fire to say, man.
Yep. You got Isaiah 55?
Right, this last one.
Yeah.
It's second Ezra 8 and 3.
Start one.
1.
Yeah.
He answered me saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Yeah, so this world is for many, you know, but the world to come is for few. That few being that few is being those who repent, who turn back sorrowfully to the God of the Bible, who repented before the destruction came, you know,
Yep.
before those missiles were even talked about being shot off, before the men were even taken off the streets, you know. You guys
good.
It's all right. We don't want to disrupt the.
Hey,
You good? You good?
It's all good.
Sorry.
No problem.
Did you want verse 2? Or jump down to 3?
Here you go.
Verse 3, jumping down. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Yeah, so the nation of Israel is many, you know, but only a few are going to be saved. What's going to happen to the rest that aren't saved? They're going to die, you know? Race riots, famine, you know, martial law troops are going to be rampant here in America. These people are going to be gunned down, you know? And don't think these troops aren't going to be violating your women. You know, scripture talk about women being ravished. You have all these women on Instagram, these social media sites, you know, over-sexualizing everything, you know, but then they don't want to look like a piece of meat, you know? This place is ass backwards.
Look but don't touch, right?
Yeah, look but don't touch. They can look, but they can't touch.
I remember back here, it was 2 years ago, 2 Instagram models got put to death back to back by some stalkers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. What's that? What's verse 4 say? A wave from the drop? Is that verse 4?
Yeah, but I had dropped it. No, that was
It's 9, 8, 10. You know where the scripture is? It's like as a wave, it's bigger than a drop.
yeah, just Google it. But you know, going back to what the brother was bringing out, man, you know, it's going look. You women gonna understand in that day, man, that you always need a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, specifically a man of the Lord. It tells you that in Isaiah 4 and Isaiah
7.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Isaiah's we'll get into it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 15. I have said before and now do speak, and will speak also hereafter, that there be many of them which perish, and of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. You know, that's the ratio. You know, you have a huge wave, and out of that huge wave of people, you know, the wave representing the people, the masses of people, that drop represents the few, you know? It says like as a wave is greater than a drop. Hey, and that's something to consider, you know? You want to be part of that few that gets saved, you know?
That's right.
So you gotta take the necessary steps to get back on the good side of the Lord. Hold on, Exodus 22 and 31. You got any more than that, bro? We'll go into prophecies.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, get the second verse. Sit right there. Get verse 18. Verse
15 or 16?
16, 18.
Yep.
Okay. What's
That's the spirit because I wanted to get it some prompts. We can read 17 again.
Okay.
Just to pop it off.
Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Now these days that Ezra is talking about are upon us, you know? These are the build-up to the fall of America. Go ahead.
Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
The beginning of sorrows and great war. We are at the beginning of those sorrows now.
Yep.
The joy being that darkens here in America. You know, people having no hope or vision of the future. You have a couple of fools, you know, who work these dead-end jobs. You know, hey, I'm taking advantage of this COVID-19 thing, you know. But those who are actually well-established here in America, they see things circling the drain. You know, they see that Babylon the Great is actually circling the drain, and they see no hope of this place getting any better. Go ahead, because they're worried about a resurface of this COVID-19. You know, which Esau can resurface it whenever he wants. You know, but it's saying later this year.
Yeah. That going to your point, you know, Jake ain't looking and realizing what's going on. Mm-hmm. As soon as Esau let him out the kennel, right? What they do? Go stand in line for Jordans, man. Yeah. You know, simple, man. How long? This is Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 18. This is the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death.
So the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. Everyone have frowns on their faces. They're upset that they couldn't, you know, they're upset. Really, a lot of these people are upset they don't have any money. You know, they've been laid off from their jobs, And now, every time they go, they're in fear that they can catch this virus. They're in for fear for their lives. And now they're talking about new viruses appearing. That are more harmful to children. Things stronger than COVID-19.
Yeah, I seen that.
So these are the beginning of sorrows and great mournings for these people. It's gonna get even worse. It says the beginning of what?
I mean, add on what you're saying, because Esau is like he's all about fear mongering, man. You ever watch the Borgias, right? It's one of the seasons where they're going to battle, and one of the armies have like a couple of cannons, right? Which would take out half the army in no time, right? What they did was they made fake cannons and put them all throughout the city. Fake cannons look like real cannons, man. And after they tricked the army and thinking, we don't have a chance. See how many cannons they got? What did Rodrigo say? Hey, look, we won with fear, man. And that's how this devil is moving. He's scaring the people, man. And they're thinking, what? This thing is bigger and larger than what it is, man. So he can bring forth his what? His device, his wicked plan, man. Which is to chip everybody. And that's the beginning of sorrows, man.
Yep.
Right? Verse 16, chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear.
Verse 8, beginning of famines.
Yeah, I missed that one slide. This is 2 Ezra 16, 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Yeah, here is the beginning of famines. How are these people think, fast food chains like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, like people go there so often that they could never run out, they could never be close to going out of business. They could never run out of food. But here it is, Wendy's has a beef shortage,
1 out of every 5 Wendy's, they said.
1 in every 5 Wendy's. You know what I mean? That adds up. That accumulates to a very large number, But really, this is the beginning of famines,
Right.
And the Kwame, grab your sword, bro.
Okay.
This is the beginning of the famine, We go to the grocery store. I was talking to this one Jake from Walmart. I was like, you guys got any toilet tissue? Because she does the restocking, Should I grab the camera, bro?
Y'all recording?
No,
You good.
Should I grab the camera?
Yeah, no problem.
And that's when those bros go with you.
Yeah, got you.
And the Kwame, grab your sword.
Okay.
And let's come on, you gotta go back.
Real quick.
But he somebody walk with him?
You gotta go.
I mean, if you can do it, if not, don't stretch yourself, brother.
I walk with him?
Nah, it's not when those bros go.
Yeah. Make it snippet, bro. I want to hear it.
The wallet, bro.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought for a second. You had
Walmart.
a chick, she works in the stocking area of Walmart. She stocks their warehouse in the back. She said they don't got no toilet tissue. None. So really, that's something small. Toilet tissue. Of course, they ain't run out of toilet tissue. Come on, man. But that's something small. It shows how easily they're gonna stop shipping these things to these warehouses. You know.
Right. And it's funny because someone told me they went to the store the other day and they went and bought they were trying to buy 4 packs of steak and they only let them buy 2. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you got these farmers being told to destroy their meat, man. Their milk, their eggs, the cattle, everything, man. Because of this COVID-19 thing.
They might have the coronavirus.
Right.
That's
You know?
crazy.
And that brings on a famine, man. But here it is, you got people, man, this devil gotta go, man. Destroying all this food that can help feed the homeless, right? But God bless America. Come on, man.
Come on, you want to speak?
Sure, yeah.
I'll read this word.
Yeah, we can just get stands of prophecy.
This second Ezra 16:18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning,
Uh-huh.
the beginning of famine and great death.
Yeah, the beginning of famine and great death. right? So let's just say, you know, the COVID-19 really is real, really is the amount of deaths that it's saying. That's a lot of death, man. That's a lot of death, man. They said just in North Carolina alone, 444 people catch it every day. I don't see that number. You know, think about that every day, you know? But going back into that fear, but anyways, you know, great death, man. It's coming. It's here.
And it reads, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginnings of evil.
Look, the beginning of wars, man. As the brother gonna bring out in the book of Matthew or in Luke, don't matter which one you want, you know, get it in, right? It was Luke 21 and 6.
That's the one.
21. Might be 21:6. We should hear wars, rumors.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, backwards.
Yep.
You got it?
Yep.
You got it.
Slide. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. I'll start at verse 7.
Done.
And they asked him, saying, Master, what then shall these things be? And what sign will there be when the things shall come to pass?
Yeah, upon the arrival of the Lord, man. What things gonna be coming down the pipeline so we'll know that you're coming? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived.
Don't be deceived by who? Mainly Esau, Edom, man. Right? Then you got the
2/3.
yeah, the 2/3, but
False prophets.
yeah, false prophets.
Yep.
You know, because you got other Israelite groups out here, man, teaching, but they're not teaching 100% truth according to the word, man. You know, they may tell you Israelites, but they'll tell you that Heavenly Father's name is Jesus Christ, or his only begotten Son name is Jesus Christ. You know, going off, man. So don't be deceived by them, man.
It reads, for many shall come in my name.
Look, the God sent comforter, right? Comfy. And you see what the Lord did to him? The Lord got him up out of here, man. Whether he faked it or not. But look, the Lord got him up out of here, man. Go ahead.
I can make a point on that, yeah, man, because that man had the nerve to call himself Tazadakia, man, which means the righteous. You know, there wasn't nothing righteous about that man, you know.
Right, had bobblehead dolls, you know what I'm saying? Had idols,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Made in his image,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But he's supposed to be the comforter.
right. And it reads,
That man was a comforter. Well, I'm surprised he didn't get big with these churches. You know what I mean?
right.
But hey, that scripture also goes into, you know, these other Israelite groups. They have the circumcision. You know, you got a lot of these other groups saying we got the truth. You know, we got the light of the anointed, follow us. You know, that's what that also goes into as well.
It reads, saying, I am Hamashiach.
The anointed, yeah, they're saying that they're the anointed. The Lord's dealing with them. You got to go through him to get to the Heavenly Father. When the Lord already left us the comforter, which is these words, scriptures.
You already know what comes to the mind when you just mentioned that.
You already know. You already know.
It reads, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
Look, go ye therefore not after them, man. You know? If it's not Isaiah 8 and 20, you don't need to be following them, man. If you speak not according to this word, there's no light in you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 9, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions.
And that's what you hear going on now, man. But back here a few months ago, right? When the second in command, the Iranian army guy.
Ptolemy.
What was his name again?
Something Ptolemy.
Soleimani.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Soleimani.
Yeah.
You know, got put down. Everyone was thinking, no, this is the beginning of World War III.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And then what happened with the United States
Military base.
their online website? It crashed, man.
Yep.
People asking so many questions. You know, is it gonna be a draft? This, that. Look, we're hearing about wars and rumors of wars, man. And this is one of the things one of the signs we should look for upon the arrival of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah.
I was about to say, yeah, also a U.S. Military base, so to speak, got bombed down there too. In Iran. They came back for them.
Yep. Bring it up.
It says U.S. strikes in Iran killed Qasemi Soleimani. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'll put it.
Qasem Soleimani. Yeah, but when that popped off, everyone thought World War III was on the rise. Right? What's goes into wars and rumors of wars, man. And we never brought out that Revelation 11 and 14.
I got a definition of commotion right here.
Yep.
It goes back to instability, a state of disorder.
A state of disorder, man. Everyone's all out of order. Wonder what the heck is going on. What should they do? You know, you had some guys that was in the army saying, people making funny memes about it, you know what I'm saying? And they was telling them like, yo, like this could be our last, you know? People didn't know what to think, what to do, man.
We might not be coming back.
Yeah, you know, they was telling them to make their
Funeral arrangements.
funeral arrangements and their will, things of that nature, before going off over there.
Fort Bragg, right?
I mean, just in general. They might probably, I'm pretty sure they did it at Fort Bragg too.
That's what they shipped from.
Yeah. Yeah, Fort Bragg.
Yeah, they went to Fort Bragg and they got the what you call that shit, dog.
God, that ain't nothing but like an hour, some change from there, man. You know?
And it reads on, be not terrified.
Look, be not terrified, man. Don't be afraid to hear these things, man. Yeah, the scripture said these things are coming, but you know, you're supposed to be excited. This is exciting times, man. You know? We live in the times of deliverance, all right, out of this hell that we're in. We're in a time of our Lord and Savior coming back. We're living in a time of this place being put down, according to the Bible.
For these things must first come to pass,
Uh-huh.
but the end is not yet.
But the end is not yet. That's all I wanted on that.
Uh,
So go back to that second Ezra. Does she have something?
No.
Come.
This is back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 18, and it reads,
Days ago, back in Matthew.
the beginning, it says the beginning of evils.
The beginning of evils, man. You know? Bad times. Bad times for who, man? You Israelites. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It'll be bad times for you, man. If you're not up under the protection and the shield of Yahweh Shai, man.
But may say the Lord just told his men not to be terrified,
Yep.
you know, when these evils come, you know,
Yep.
when these bad times come. They surely, they have to come, you know?
Yep.
These things are created for the wicked, you know? It says the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine.
Hey, look, what should you do when these evils come? Pray more and more. It tells you in Thessalonians, pray without ceasing. It also tells you in Luke, the 21st chapter, around the 35th, 36th verse.
Yeah, verse 36.
36?
You can get it.
Yeah. You know? Watch ye therefore and pray. What are you going to do? Watch ye therefore and pray. You got it?
Yep. This is the book of Luke 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always.
So that's what you're supposed to do when these evils come, man. Even before these evil times come. Watch the prophecies, man. Right? And pray.
And it reads on that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass.
Somebody get that word worthy, Baba Kashan? That you may be found worthy to escape the evils that are coming, man. Because evil times are coming. Bad times are coming. You got it, Shamar?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
You got it.
Bring it out, yeah.
It's an adjective, worthy, having worth or value, estimable.
Yeah, value. You know? Going back to what's that, Isaiah 33 and 6, being a treasure to the Lord,
Yep.
right? Fear the Lord, right?
Honorable,
But honorable.
meritorious, like merit,
Yep.
having significant worth or importance.
Yeah, Because that's who the Lord's coming back to save. Ones who are significant worthy, man. Right? Which is the hope for elect.
But they said their worth are important, you know. They got this knowledge, you know.
Yep.
So those with the knowledge, they have purpose down here on the earth, you know. They were forwarding, you know. They were doing exactly why they're what the will of the Lord was for us to keep His commandments, you know, fear Him. And they were doing those things. So hey, let's keep them on the earth. Let's keep them alive on the earth. Continue to do those things. But those who aren't doing those things, we gotta take them out, you know.
Deserving, good, prominent person.
Hey, look, deserving, right? Doing the works is a reward for it, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Water, bro.
Back in Luke 21 and 36, that, I'll be back in there.
Yeah.
That ye may be able, that you may be kind of worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass.
Yeah, that you may be worthy, man, to escape all these things, the evils of it was reading 2nd Esdras, they're going to come to pass, man. And the evil times are before us now, man. Esau going to be coming in, you know, checking for the virus to see if you have it, you know. And if you have it, it's no telling what they're going to do, man, you know. Haul you off, never to be seen again, you know. Become a lab rat.
You know, I was watching the Dallas camp, you know, and they have a new app to determine where you got the virus. You know?
I heard something like that, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
An app.
Yeah, an app.
Come on, yo. How accurate could that be?
Right. Well, they said something about being able to tap into your phones and your conversation. You know what I'm saying? That might have something to do with it.
Oh, with the remember they extended the Patriots app. You know?
There you go.
They extended it and then, you know, kind of got lost in this whole COVID-19 thing, you know?
Of course it got lost.
You got any more than I got? I got two precepts.
Finish it off. And to stand before the Son of Man.
Yeah, and be able to stand before the Son of Man. But it starts with watching and praying, man.
Yep.
This is Psalms 120:1. In my distress, I cry unto the Lord, and He heard me.
Yeah, in distress, we're going to cry up unto the Lord. And He's going to hear us, man. He heard us, man. All right?
Yeah. I'm gonna read it again. It says, in my distress, I cry unto the Lord, and He heard me. Those evil times, you know?
Yep.
So, if you want to be accounted worthy to escape these things, you have to build that relationship now. You know, you gotta be watching and praying now. You know, then you're gonna be accounted worthy. When you cry unto the Lord, oh, I know Him. Someone, you know how it is when somebody call your number, you don't know the number. I mean, who is this person? You might pick up for a second, hang up, listen to what they gotta say. Or you might just let it go to voicemail. You know, that's how. For those who aren't watching, aren't prophesying, aren't praying to the Lord, you know, giving diligence to make their calling and election sure, that's a lot they're going to fall under. The Lord's going to let that thing go to voicemail, you know?
Yep.
Another one. This is
Got
Psalm.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of on the last topic you were saying about
What was it?
it was basically the Senate voted to let the Patriot Act where they can spy you and stuff.
Yeah.
This is the U.S. Senate. They voted to let Trump Senate pass a spying bill without search and browsing history protections. Basically meaning they can go use your whatever phone company you with, if you contracted, they can go through and your history and look at what you've seen. Yeah.
Coronavirus systems, you know?
Yeah,
What should I
exactly.
do if I had the coronavirus?
Right.
You know? Oh, wait, that guy got it.
Yeah.
You know? Let's go to his house.
Go check him out.
You know?
That's crazy.
Freedom of information is by law. You know? Esau.
Every single time, man.
This is Psalms chapter 34, verse 17.
Okay.
The righteous cry. One more verse 7. This is Psalms 34 and 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear Him.
So there's nothing to worry about, man.
That's right.
When evil times come, there's nothing to worry about, man. Because the angel of the Lord is going to encamp around those that fear the Lord, man. You know? Because fear is the first thing we're supposed to be doing when it comes to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes, man.
the book
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Sirach,
yeah.
chapter 19, verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him.
Yeah. So everyone, claims they're accepted or want to be accepted by the Lord, but it starts with fear.
Yeah.
Being greatly terrified of someone or something that can cause harm to you, man. And the God of the Bible can definitely cause harm to you, man. You know? Yeah, I mean, just look, man, Jake getting all types of accidents to where, it's all judgment from the Lord, man. You may get up and, step on something and twist your ankle. You may, be cooking and accidentally cut a finger off. The Lord can jack you up, man. He can cause some hurt and pain to you. Tell you that 1 Samuel 2nd chapter.
The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him, and wisdom attaineth His love.
And wisdom attaineth to His love. What's the love of the Heavenly Father? The law, statutes, and commandments. That goes hand in hand, man. I love the Lord, but do you fear Him? Do you fear Him, Israel?
In turn, the scripture said, well, if thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, So you keeping the commandments, the Lord is going to show you favor, where it comes into that worth. Because really, we're all worthy of death, Scripture said that for the wages of sin is death, but so this is a gift.
Right.
We've been blessed with the gift of faith to believe on these words, which we are saved by grace, through the Lord's mercy.
That's the spirit. That Ephesians was all in my mind when I was coming to camp. I was thinking about that scripture.
But this is back in the book of Psalms. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish verse 17 now. Well, verse 7 again. It says, the angel of the Lord the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear Him and delivereth them.
So the Lord's going to deliver the ones that fear Him, man. They're the ones that's going to be delivered in that time of evil, man.
Yep.
That's coming before our people. The scriptures tell you in Matthew it's going to be a time like it's never been before.
Yep. Brother can hold that.
Yeah.
You got that already? That's the spirit, yep. I'm gonna get dangerous too. This is book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord hears.
Yeah, the righteous cry, man. The wicked ain't out here crying for the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it tells you in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign and cry. Right? The righteous gonna be crying, man. And the Lord, that's what the Lord hears them, man. His ears are open unto the prayers of the righteous, man. The ones that's doing what He commanded. The ones that's fearing Him, keeping the commandments, being brotherly, right?
That's right, the righteous building up their relationship.
Yep. Read it one time.
The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their trouble.
And will deliver them out of all their troubles, man. Going back to the lesson that the Elder Melchizedek did, man. What are you gonna do when they come for you? You know what I'm saying? Look, put your trust in the Lord and just go, man. Pray. Cause what? He's gonna hear the prayers of the righteous, right?
Yeah.
You've been doing what you was commanded to do, right?
Yeah.
So what you worried about? Throw them prayers up and look. Hey, go
By
with the
faith.
flow. Yeah,
Right.
The just shall walk by faith and not by sight.
that's right.
While the rest of people are, scriptures talk about the windows being darkened, they're looking outside, and they see no hope. So what? They're getting depressed, We don't care if America falls, We're not looking at ourselves, oh damn, how much is milk?
Right.
How much is gas? Then they laying off at the job,
Right.
But that don't mean the Lord. You gotta walk by faith. The Lord guides. We can't see that the Lord guides, but you gotta know He got us.
That's right.
That's the
say
spirit,
something?
bro. Yeah, it's crazy how you said something about the prices. I literally read an article yesterday. It says the grocery store food prices are soaring highly.
I saw that.
And I was just laughing my tail off, man. Not fearing, man.
Yeah.
Be excited about this, man.
That's right.
We ain't run to the grocery store.
Right. He's like, oh, why the price is so high? I mean, he's like, yes, bring it on.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I got one more.
Okay.
I think it's the one you pulled it. This is 1 Peter 3:12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers.
Yeah, and his ears are open unto their prayers, man. Once again, the key word there is right to the righteous, man.
Yep.
You know, doors open up into their prayers, man. But the ones of our people that's out here being wicked, all right? They don't want to turn from their wickedness. Eating abominable foods, worshiping these false idols and gods, worshiping themselves, their woman, right? Then look, the Lord's not going to hear you when you go praying to him, man.
You'd be surprised, more so than ever, Jake worship his woman, you know, because there's a new wave, you know, that righteous eating, you know. A lot of Jakes ain't eating pork no more. But what? They still worship their woman, you know? They still worship their woman more than the Heavenly Father, you know?
Yep.
Oh, I just need that woman back, you know?
Right.
I'm going to give it this, you know?
Yep.
Right.
What's she going to do for you, though?
Yep.
You know? But I'm reading it again, 1 Peter 3:12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open.
The eyes of the Lord are the angels, man. And they're over the righteous. Going back to Psalms 34:7. Protecting them, man. Right?
Watching over him.
Watching over them.
That's beautiful. It says, and his ears are open.
Look, not shut.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
You're not doing this.
Right.
You know?
See?
What was that movie? Something about Mary. Her brother had a little things on his ear. I don't know if brother seen that movie, something about Mary. My brother had like these little
Muffins over his ears.
thing
Against
on-
like
yeah, so
sound.
yeah.
Yep. It says in his ears.
Oh, he didn't like loud noises, something to that effect. So he always had those on. And when you can imagine the wicked when they're praying to the Lord's like, man, I ain't trying to hear that.
He telling the angels in front that praise him. Pick it up a notch.
Yeah.
But it says, and his ears are open unto their prayers.
Yep.
So when you pray for, you know, food, whether it be water, you know, whether it be the strength to endure, you know, the hardness, the
Yep.
Lord hears that. You know, He honors
That's right.
that. You know, He's gonna make good on His promises. You
That's
know,
right.
That's right.
He ain't just hearing you and just like, I hear you now. But now He hears and He springs into action.
That's right.
But it says, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
Yeah, so the Lord's not going to hear their prayers, man. He's against them, man. And you know,
I'm holding that too.
huh?
I'm holding that too.
Hey, bring it out. Bring it out.
Proverbs 28 verse 9.
Yep.
He that turneth his way his ear from hearing the law.
Which is 2/3 of our people. You know? He had Jake come by and, you know, he said, no, we going through, man. He said, no, I don't want to interrupt anything. He's turning away his ear from the law, man. You know? And Jake do that every time we out here, man. They turn away their ear from hearing it, man. You know?
What that woman said. She said, "Oh, I said I would hear y'all, but I'm in a rush. I got somewhere to be."
Yeah.
Like,
You're gonna be in the rush soon enough when you got those troops after you.
right.
You know?
Yep.
I mean, we seen her before, you know, she stopped and, you know, said nice gestures, but hey, the Lord wants you getting that word, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So I probably said,
I at least know the names. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Proverbs 28 verse 9. He that turneth his way his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
Look, even his prayer, the ones that turn away their ear from hearing the law, when evil times come before them, they're going to be praying. But guess what? The Heavenly Father's not going to hear them, man.
That's right.
You know? He's going to what? Turn his face away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's going to turn his face away, man. And that's going to be a cold deal in that day for our people, man. Lord's going to reject our people in their deepest, darkest time, man. And that's going to be the worst, man. All alone, cold, you know what I'm saying, in some
Abandoned building.
abandoned building. I think it's a FEMA camp or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
But they're gonna be hiding out, worried about the troops kicking in
Right.
door by door. Lord, they're coming to my house. They're coming to my house. You know which? You know we gonna if we see troops kicking in the door. You know we gonna pray to the Lord. You know, really, you gotta remember, brothers. These movies and things like X-Men, the Lord is showing the power that He can bestow upon us.
Yep.
You had that part after the mansion had blown up. You know, in the days of future past, we had Quicksilver go and save everybody from the mansion. You had the troops come in, you know, after they blew up the mansion to come and take away the survivors. And what happened? You know, Jean, she blinded the troops to when they looked right at her and they said clear, you know, and they kept it moving.
Yep.
The Lord, what Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, the Lord, the angels, which the angels are gonna set his angels charge over us, you know, that we were protected in that day.
You got that right? Daniel.
Oh yeah, I got it. Yep.
But finish that.
Yeah, and they blinded them, you know? Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, they blinded the men. So same thing can happen. They could run in, they could be blinded, you know, the Lord can have them see something else. It's empty in here, you know? Then we go out through the back door after they leave, you know?
And it goes into a vision that I had, man, early in the week. You know, troops had kicked in the door, and like they had some type of like I guess like pictures of people who to pick up. You know what I'm saying? And they was looking for me, and when they looked at me, it was like look, nah, this ain't him. You know what I'm saying? And that was like the end of the vision, end of the dream. But the point is going to what you were saying, man. The Lord could have put either change my image or change their vision of what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the times that we're coming in. You know? Lord did it.
Well, y'all shot did that, man, before he revealed himself to his disciples.
Yep.
Man. And he rose again the third day.
Yep. He came as I forgot. They came to him. He was like, he revealed himself, you know?
Yeah.
He was like, why y'all so down for it, you know?
Yeah.
But I got precept on the prayer.
Done. You got something?
Well, I wanted to ask something. Is that the same account that he prophesied? That's not the same account where he prophesied with the disciples, and then it comes. He changed his form.
He broke bread with them.
Yeah.
As in another form, as somebody else. Huh?
They just heard that on.
Yeah.
You would have heard it before. You want to say something, Shamar? This is St. John. Now, there's two different accounts.
Okay, come on.
One's in Matthew and one's in Luke. This is St. John 9:31. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of the Most High and doeth his will, him he heareth.
What's doing the will of the Heavenly Father? Fear Him and keep His commandments. You know? But those that's not doing it, He's not going to hear them, man.
Right.
And that's going to be a sad day, man, because a lot of people we know, the Lord's going to reject them in that day, man.
Yeah.
You know? We just pray the Lord keep the spirit on us, right?
Yeah.
To keep pushing, to keep going. You know? Because we don't want to be forsaken in that day. You know? We know what's coming down the pipeline. You know? 2/3 don't really know, man. They don't understand the pestilence, the race riots, you know what I'm saying, the diseases, the famine that's coming, man. That was it?
I got Daniels, unless you want Matthews first. You bring him.
Yeah, get that Matthews first. No, you gotta get the Matthews first.
Oh, Matthew 24.
Yeah, did you filter that Proverbs?
Yeah, I had another one right quick.
Okay.
Bring it up.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs 15 verse 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight.
You got it, bro.
Exactly, man. And what's some of the sacrifices of our people, man? You know, selling their soul, giving their soul to Esau, Edom. You know, ultimately when they take this RFID microchip, you know, sacrificing their parents, their kids, you know, that's an abomination to the Lord, man. You know, but the prayer of the righteous is his delight. That's what he delights in. That's something that he takes pleasure in, man. You know, and first and foremost, the fear of the righteous. You know, I call upon the name of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Kind of sacrifice also goes into what they speak about, you know, because we give, you know, we are given that upright sacrifice, you know, but them speaking lies, them saying America is gonna go on, you know, them praying for those things, or even praying to the Lord, you know, because abomination, you know, is a wicked and filthy act, you know. That's what they're doing. They're pissing off the Lord more and more every time. It's like your arch enemy comes up to you and asks for help. Whenever, after you after you got him down, he asks, "Hey, can you help me get back up to him?" What? You know? Don't you understand why I'm doing these things unto you? You know? But Jake don't understand. They're in that gross darkness. They're filled with ignorance. You know, they're blinded.
Like you said, man, you know, not the enemy down. He getting up, asking you that question, man. You know, but he's not surrendering. Man. He's not going to submit and repent for what he did was wrong, man.
Can you help me up so I can keep fighting you?
Yeah.
What? Finish him.
Cause the good guy was like, do you surrender? Do you surrender? Are you going to give up your evil ways? What 2/3 of our people do? They're going to go right back to it, man.
They want that mercy from Mortal Kombat, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know when they be like, finish him, and you get through a fatality, or they can be like, mercy, save him, bring him back to life, whatever. Go ahead, bro. Read one time.
Con, this is Proverbs 15. Proverbs 15, verse 8.
Yep.
The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight.
And that's it, man. The prayer of the upright, the righteous, the ones that's walking in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai to the best of your ability. Because the scriptures tell us in Judges that we're going to rehearse the righteous acts, you know? So do things to the best of your ability. The Lord's going to hear you, man. You got Jakes out here that's not even trying, and they know this word, you know? Look, he had, what was it, Sam Kofi come by, claiming that he was in the truth, right? But yeah, he wasn't keeping the laws. So there's Jakes out here that know what they're supposed to do, but they're not keeping it, right? You still holding the days of Noah?
Yep. Got it right here. This is Matthew 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, it's the days of Noah were, man. You know? The scripture's going to tell you how the days of Noah were, but this is how the Son of Man, prior to his arrival, is going to be, right?
Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking,
right?
Marrying and giving in marriage.
So the things that was going on in the times of Noah, while he was building that ark, right? While he was prophesying, people were doing the same things that they're doing now. Eating, right? Going to the
bomb restaurant.
right, getting food, which a lot of them go is closing down, you know. Like the water you have, watch me on shot for that, you know. But drinking, you know, these bars, and look, the Lord even closing these bars down, man. You know. So Jake got they got the ABC store,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They got hit the liquor house.
There's actually a spot up the street they're selling all their alcohol for $10 a bottle.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, because they gotta get rid of it.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
They said any bottle, $10. They might give me one, but only $10. That's a, you know,
Yeah, that's a
they
steal.
pay- yeah, that's a steal, yo.
That's a steal.
They cutting their losses.
Yeah.
I got a quick one real quick.
Run, bring it up.
Genesis 6:5, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
Yeah. The Lord saw that the wickedness in the earth was great, man. You know, Jake doing as they will, right? You know, not being governed by the laws, right? The word's always been here, right?
Yeah.
You know? It was oral at one point. Go ahead.
Yep. In that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
I mean, can you imagine all the evil wickedness that Jake do and think of, man?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
Hey, yo, man, yo, this chick, she wants to run a train on her, man. But she's 7 months pregnant. Jake be like, word? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've heard this, but I don't know if y'all brothers heard it. But Jake be like, ain't nothing like some pregnant, you know what? You know what I'm saying?
I heard stories.
Yeah.
I heard stories.
You know? So look, that's the wickedness of Jake, man. That evil wickedness has always been around, man. It's always been around, man. There's no new thing upon the sun.
Yeah, you see that now, you know?
Mhm.
That's why I brought scripture out, you know?
Yep.
You see it now, Jake. The same thing was happening back then.
Yep.
Let me read it again. It says, in that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Look, the thoughts in his mind, because when you go into that word heart, in the Hebrew it means lav, which means your mind. Every thought was wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What happens when Jake wakes up? You know, first thing they're thinking about is hitting up a girl that has a man. You know, because all these women, you know, they got multiple partners. You know, are they thinking about, you know, smoking some weed or for breakfast, having,
Right.
you know, with some pancakes and some bacon, you know, or some
Right.
sausage, some pork
Right.
sausage, you know?
Yeah.
So as soon as they wake up, they're thinking about wickedness. As they go through their day, you know, now they might be trying to holler at the woman on Instagram that got a man, you know? Now they might be smoking their cigarettes, you know? Who knows what order of wickedness they do these things, but that's their thought. One wicked act after another.
Yep.
And
Guess I'm sure.
It's not what I wanted.
or a little bit more. Verse 6, and it repented that the Lord had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Yeah, it grieved them, man. Like, these motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? They down there running amok, man. You know? Jake swore fighting with each other. You know, if you can read between the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting all kind of sodomy up.
Right.
Stuff, man.
Women carpet munching. You know what I'm saying?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's gross, man.
That's disgusting.
You know? Pedophilia, you know?
Everything you see in America, they was doing it back then, you know?
Yep.
Just like the days of Noah,
Yep.
you know? It's going to be when the Lord comes back.
Yep.
It's trying to worse now.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping things.
Hey, look, because the Lord had to do that, man. Because look, the animals was involved in this thing, man.
Yep.
You know?
Just think of that.
It was the brother Hawaii sent me a clip, man, and this guy had went on a date with this woman, with this chick. She met the guy online, and make a long story short, he ended up giving her some type of parasites, man. You know, and it was in the semen. You know what I'm saying? She, you know, you've been dealing with a woman, you know, you may just let off anywhere on her body. You know what I'm saying? And he happened to let off around her chest and her face, and so she went and saw a doctor and said, "You don't have no disease. You know, you don't have no sexual transmitted disease." So she went to a what's the skin doctor called? Dermatologist, gone at the water, and she said, "You have parasites, and whoever you were sleeping with, this guy either messes with animals or dead people, right?" So she goes and asks him to do, what does he do for work? He worked at a morgue. A morgue.
Oh, yeah.
You know, deal with dead people. So this dude was popping, you know, dead people, man. Yeah, right. You know? There's no new thing. You best believe that was happening back then.
Oh, yeah.
Scripture tell you there's no new thing up under the sun.
I know, right?
Can you imagine?
You can get married to an animal if you want.
Yeah, a tree.
It's crazy, yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it says both man and beast and creeping things and the fowls of the air.
This is sloppy. That's part of the law, right? If you're dealing with an animal, look, the person and the animal have to be put to death, man. You know? Sloppy, bro.
Yeah. And now in these times you see what not only they're gonna chip the animals as well. You
Yeah.
know? So that's another reason why the animals are gonna get put to death, you know? You got animals eating fast food French fries. You know what I mean? Got the birds. You know?
Squirrels.
Shit crazy.
Squirrels don't got the nuts no more. They grab the fries from the trash. Right.
It says, "For they have repented me that have made them, but Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord."
Yeah, so that's what Noah was saved, man. You know, you want to be the Noahs of today, man. You know, you and your household, if you have a household, or if it's just you, man. You want to be the Noah of today, man. Go ahead. Finish out that Noah.
God, this is the book of Matthew 24 and 38.
Come.
Well, as in the days that were before the flood,
Yep.
they were eating and drinking,
Right?
marrying and giving in marriage.
Yeah, having sex, which is marriage according to the scriptures. And also actually getting married where you're, you know, having a ceremony, man. You know? Those things was happening back then, they're happening now.
Having babies.
Having babies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every chick I talk to having a kid. Like, damn, yo, you don't even know what's coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's something going around. Quarantine gonna have come a lot of babies from quarantine.
Yep.
You know.
That's right.
Man,
Especially, I'm sorry.
You got it, bro.
Especially if this thing go down later this year. Women getting pregnant during this whole quarantine thing.
Yep.
Now they got a second baby. Now you know, they could be having newborns. You know, it's crazy.
But going back to you know, the ones that's out here, you know, trying to do what the Lord say do, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man.
Yep.
You know, you got brothers that got. Pretty sure you got brothers that got
Newborns.
newborns. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman that's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You know.
That's these things are for the wicked. Noah had a family, you know. Noah had a wife. He had sons, you
Yep.
know, and his whole household was saved.
Yep.
His sons' wives were saved,
Yep.
you know. His wife was saved, you know.
That's right.
All because of Noah, ultimately, you know.
That's right.
So the Lord's going to protect the brothers' families as well, you know.
That's right.
The Lord says He's going to give us the desire of our hearts, you know. Brothers desire that our families be saved as well. By you showing that compassion towards the Lord, that love, that drive to do His will, He's going to honor, you know, your request.
That's right.
And it reads on into the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yeah, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, man. You know? Well, when the Lord closed up the spiritual ark, it's too late then, man. You know, it's not, you're not gonna have time, you know, to redo your wrongs, man. Now is the time to redo your wrongs, man. You know? Repent, turn back to the Heavenly Father, man. Because once the spiritual ark closed, look, it's closed, man. You know, you try to get to it.
No, I was laughing what you said, yo. You're funny.
What?
When the spiritual eyes closed, when those doors
Yeah.
of those ships closed,
Yeah.
you ain't getting up there, yo.
You ain't getting there, man.
I don't care how many times you say, beam me up, Scotty.
Right. You know, it's like, you know, you're racing to get to a store, and the store closes, and you be like, damn, they closed. They locked up. You can't get in there. You know? You want to make a statement, brother?
Oh, no. That's a fact right there, man.
Come on, let's get back to some prophecies. Go back to that second Ezra 15. Oh, show me what get it. And we'll just go from there.
Yeah, I got you.
This is the second Ezra 15 and 1.
Done.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Yeah. Speak thou in the ears of the Lord's people. That word mine's possessive. We all should know by now the Lord's people are the Israelites, which are the people on this sign right here. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigner, right? Who was scattered according to the curses that was written in Deuteronomy, man. For us not fearing, all right, obeying the God of the Bible, right? This message is for you.
That's right.
And then going that word prophecy, it means to tell you before. Right? To tell you before something pops off, man.
And it reads, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And
Now, let's get that. Luke 1 and 70.
Yep.
You know? Whoever grab first, Luke, the first chapter of 7, around verse 70. You know?
I got it. This is St. Luke chapter 1 verse 70. as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
That's right, man. So the Lord always spoke his mouthpiece with the prophets, man. Right? Who are the prophets now? Starting with our head apostles and our elders at Great Millstone, man. You know? Apostle Har on down, man. Gabar. Okay? Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramla. Okay? On down, man. To brothers like us, man. Lord got a lot of mouthpieces out here, man.
Yeah.
Throughout the four
You
corners
got
of the
something
earth.
important to say.
That's right. Jake is everywhere, right?
Yeah. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Yep. Cause them to be written in paper because the words of the Bible are faithful and true. And we already know where I want to go. Isaiah 34.
I got it already.
Yep, kind.
Isaiah 34 and 16, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Go ahead.
No one of these shall fail. Shalom, bro.
Hey, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Hold on, bro. It says, no one of these shall fail. None shall want her made.
And that's why these words are faithful and true, man. The Lord says, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. The prophecies, they're not going to fail you, man. The words of the Bible are faithful and true.
Real quick, since you said that,
Kind.
Isaiah 20 real quick.
Kind. Yep.
This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. I'm just going to quote it. To the law and to the testimony, they speak not according to this word, there is no light in them.
Yeah.
You know?
Speak on.
Yeah, they don't have Yahweh Shai, you know? And the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of the prophecy. So they're not telling you the things that are going to happen before they're happening, you know?
Right.
Their words are not faithful and true because they're not coming out of the Holy Scriptures.
Right.
They're speaking unto their own vain opinion. I don't know why I searched Isaiah. I'm already in Isaiah. I could have just went. I searched, you know, this, you
That's
flipping.
not good, bro.
This is Isaiah 34 and 16.
Kind.
It says, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read.
Yeah, the Holy Bible, the King James verse 1611, with the Apocrypha included.
That's right. No one of these shall fail.
Yeah, no one of these shall fail. We're talking about the prophecies, man. The Lord said what? Back in 2 Ezra 15 chapter, speak in the ears of his people.
Yep.
The words of prophecy. Because they're faithful and true.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come to pass.
That's right. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it have commanded, and the spirit have gathered them.
Yeah, you can't make the Bible up like any other book, man. This book stands alone, man. And one of the major reasons why this book stands alone is off the prophecy, man. You know, the testimony of Yahweh Shai. So, you got something?
One more.
Okay.
They're faithful and true.
Okay.
This is Ezekiel 12 and 25. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass.
There it goes. The Lord said the words that he speak are going to come to pass. The scriptures are the words of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. So what? Therefore, they're going to come to pass, man. They may have not came, right? As it tells you in Habakkuk, the second chapter. Though it tarry, wait for it, for it shall surely come. How do we know it shall surely come? Because the Lord has spoken it, man.
Yep. It shall no more. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days.
Look, for in your days, you non-believers, okay? The ones that say, okay, yeah, you guys may have a point, but I don't see it happening 50 to 100 years from now, right? For in your days, go ahead.
O rebellious house.
Yeah, you rebellious house, you Israelites, man. Always fighting against the words of the Lord, man. Always fighting against his prophets, man.
Will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh.
And the Lord started performing, man. You know, when that ball dropped, right? New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the prophecies have been popping, man. You know, it's been elevated, man. You know.
The Lord has heard our prayers.
Yeah.
What did brothers do? While everybody was partying.
Christmas Eve, that pink moon set.
What's that?
That pink moon set, that new moon, pink moon.
Yeah.
That's when it started coming.
Yeah, that's right. That's when Christmas Ezra 15. 2 Ezra 15:3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Yeah, we don't fear what people think about us. You know, because that's another reason why a lot of guys ain't out here, man, prophesying to the people. Because they're afraid of what someone may think about them, man. You know, whether it's their grandmother, you know, their significant other, you know, their boss, right? Or even their best friends, so-called best friends. They're scared of what people are going to think about them. You know? Everyone's worried about the image of this world that people portray of them. But we don't care what image this world portrays of us, man. We're worried about how we look at the image of Yahweh Shemi Shad. That's why we come out here and confess his name, confess his blessed word, man. And we don't care if you don't believe, man. All the non-believers that don't want to believe this truth, we don't worry about that, man. We sleep good at night, man. And the next verse gonna tell you why we don't care, man.
And it reads, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
And that's why we don't care, man. Because the scriptures say all the unfaithful, they're gonna die in their unfaithfulness, man. But we're reading straight out of the Bible, man. These words are faithful and true. Look, in your days. Oh, I ain't never heard those scriptures. Yeah, because this is the point of time for these scriptures to come out. You know? Jake said, I've been reading the Bible ever since I was able to read. Hey, look, you ain't read enough. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures always been here. You know? They you know.
You got something, Shamar?
No, I want to keep reading.
Okay,
Yeah.
Verse 5.
You got something? Okay.
It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Yeah, the Lord's going to bring plagues upon the world, man. You know? Matter of fact, go back to that Matthew 24 and 6.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6.
Right.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Right.
For all these things must come to pass.
Yeah, these things must come to pass. Go ahead.
But the end is not yet.
Right.
For nation shall rise against nation.
Look, race riots, man. That's what's coming to the shores of America. And you see it building up. You know? You know, Esau making memes and jokes about Jake. Right? Look, you even got Moab making memes and jokes about Jake, man. You know?
It's funny. It's funny because on the news the other day I was watching it. I think it was today. They called the coronavirus the what was the city that Wuhan. It was like the Wuhan virus. Just blame it on the Moabites.
Right, and that's what Esau does, man. He puts all the blame on everyone else except for him, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one going around causing mischief throughout the earth, man. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation,
Uh-huh.
and kingdom against kingdom.
What you see going on right now, man. Right? Iran, all right, going up against America. Look, pretty much everyone's going to be turning their nukes towards America, man. Their ICBM missiles, man. All the weak are saying that they're strong now. They're not scared of the big bully, man.
Yeah, anyone who knows history, wars are fought for one thing and one thing alone: money. You know. So Esau is either gonna have to, he's gonna have to take control of these other nations. So you know, because the dollar's gonna crack, so they have to go to war for this dollar bill. You know.
Yep.
To the victor reaps the spoils. You know, he's trying to win this World War III. You know, or this next Third World War. You know, but the Lord ain't having it.
Right.
They're gonna lose dramatically.
Yep.
Star player, bench, or injured, you know? Out for the season.
Right.
Done for.
It's gonna be so bad, it's gonna look like they forfeited.
Yeah.
You know, you forfeit a game. You know?
And the other team's still playing, shooting
Alright.
the baskets.
Alright.
What's the score?
Alright.
400-0.
0.
What happened to the other team? They ain't come out the locker room.
Yeah, no show. Yeah, no show.
It's gonna be a massacre.
Right.
And there shall be famines and pestilence.
Look, famines. Alright, we done went over. Somebody hold Lamentations 4 and
Yep.
4 and 9, 4 and 7, 4 and 9. You know, the scripture said there shall be famines, man. And a famine is something you don't want to go through, man. You know? You ever see those images of ham when they got flies all over their face? And, you know, them commercials when they're saying 25 cents can feed this child, right? Their ribs showing, stomach bloated, right? Do like they're having a good time. Do like they're living their best life. No, man.
I got a quote real quick.
Go on.
This is 2 Ezra 16:22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
Yeah, many. Can't put a number on that word. Many shall perish of famine, man. A lack of food, bread, water.
Resources.
Yeah, resources. You women ain't gonna be able to get your maxi pads, your tampons. Walk around here just leaking all over the place. You know? Ain't gonna be able to have no Pampers, no diapers, right? No wipes. It's gonna get bad, man.
Yep. And the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
So if you're fortunate enough to escape the hunger, right? You may have some canned goods stacked up. You know, no one's broken into your crib. Then the sword's gonna get you.
Someone about to break in your
I know,
crib.
right?
You
I
know?
right?
Either you're gonna be out there robbing people or you're gonna be getting robbed.
Yeah.
You know? And they might not kill you, they might just take your food and be out, you know. Now don't kill them, just take the food and run.
Right.
Now that person is gonna die of famine that you're taking his food.
That's right.
And that goes to lamentation.
Yep.
You might as well go guns blazing that day, you know? Lamentations 4:9, they that be slain with the sword
Right.
are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Yeah, so the scripture is telling you that it's better to die from, you know, a gunshot wound or, you know, getting, you know, pretty much something like that, man. You know?
Maybe getting hacked to death, you know, by someone with a machete knife or
Yeah,
something.
getting stabbed or something. You know what I'm saying? Because those are pretty quick. You know, they're painful, but they're quick.
There are violent ways to go out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But it's better to go out that way.
right.
I'm about to tell you why. For these pine away.
Your body's gonna be eating itself, man. You know, because it needs food.
Stricken through for want of the fruit of the field.
Yeah, it's gonna be craving food, man. You know, look. These bodies are created to constantly have nourishment, man. You know, you don't put gas in a car, it ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
You know, our bodies are kind of like the same way. You don't put food in your body, you ain't going nowhere, man. You don't have the energy.
Yep. And if I may say, they're going to be wasting energy a lot more in that day. Running.
Yep.
They're going to, you think people are just going to be tripping out, just rationing, eating their food? Okay, well, we're good now. We got enough food to last us for a week.
Right.
Nah, yeah, a lot of people are going to be on the run, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
A lot of people are going to be, come on, man. This thing is really going to get bad,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
People might break into their houses. Oh, there's people in here. They might have a bug out bag or on the go bag with some food. Now they've ran a couple miles to, you know, and hiked miles into the wood to maybe set up shop for the night.
Yep.
They're hungry as they don't know what. All dehydrated from exerting all that energy.
Yep.
You know, they might eat something small that day, you know, just to make it through the night. But the next day, they're gonna be starving. You know, before they know it, they're gonna be going through that food supply. You know, eating just to satiate that hunger.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
the famine's gonna come along everybody.
And it ain't gonna take long. A day, 2 days,
Literally.
you know?
You have the term mindless eating, you know? People are gonna be so bored, or comfort food. People are gonna be so bored and stressed out, they're just gonna be eating. Before they know it, there ain't gonna be no resupply on them shelves. You
Right.
know.
That's right.
That was it on second Ezra and Lamentation. You go back to Matthew. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 7.
Hey, look, before you read that, so people gonna be, pretty much seeking death, man. You know, if you don't have a gun, because the scripture said, look, it's better to die by a sword than it is a famine. You know, you're gonna have people in these buildings right here get ready to off themselves, man.
Or you can say, they have determined this guy has a death wish.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be doing crazy things to survive. You know, they're gonna have one dude gonna have a gun. He gonna run up a whole camp of people that got food. To try to steal it from him. It's gonna be crazy out here.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence.
Yeah, pestilence, the diseases, man. Right? COVID-19, COVID-19. If it really is what they say it is, hey, look, man, that's a pestilence the Lord is bringing, and it's taking out a lot of people. But you also gonna have pestilence from these diseases, man. All right, you're gonna have major death, right? No one to clean these bodies up. Look at Skid Row, man. People becoming homeless. There's gonna be tent city throughout the four corners of America, man, soon come.
What's the name of Charlotte? Downtown Charlotte?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the 10% there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Charlotte too. That's
a new city too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's gonna be the new thing, man. And then look, you don't have a bathroom. Your bathroom is the street corner.
Yep. We was out there in New York City. We seen someone take a crap right there in broad daylight. Broad daylight. Popped the scar before it kept it pushing.
Yep.
Put a cup over it.
We see somebody, not to cut you off, we see somebody do that right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that us?
Yeah.
Was we down here?
Yeah.
That was us, yeah.
It's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
I got a precept.
Let it loose wherever.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 25:33, and the slain of the Lord shall be in that day from one end of the earth even unto the other. They shall not be lamented, nor gathered,
Right.
nor buried. They shall be done upon the ground.
Perfect, man. There's gonna be so much death. There's not gonna be no one to bury these bodies. You have a massive plague comes out and just wipes out a whole city, right? Ain't nobody burying them bodies, man. They gonna be like dung. You see some dog crap on the street or on the grass, ain't nobody, picking that up, burying it. No. That's how it's gonna be for these bodies, man. From the massive death that's coming.
That's already here.
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
They're not even having funerals for them.
Yeah.
We have to burn the bodies.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no time to lament over them. Have a funeral.
Yep. Yep. Even though they just opened it back up to where if it is a funeral, they let you have what, 10 people, something like that.
Yeah, man. This is funny.
Yeah. But this is what's coming, man. And you want the Lord to hear your prayers, man. So you gotta what? You gotta repent. It's all about repenting, man. Jay don't feel sorry if they smoke a blunt. They don't feel sorry if they commit adultery.
They get excited.
Yeah, they get off on it, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, earthquakes in diverse places, man. I don't have my phone. But, just download the earthquake app, man. There's earthquakes going on daily, man. Daily, throughout the four corners of the earth. This is not being reported on the news. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you people freaking out. They want you to think everything is fine and dandy until they bring all the destruction upon you, man.
And that great earthquake is coming.
Yep.
That's gonna rock the earth to and fro like a drunkard. Those nuclear missiles.
That's right.
I got a quick precept.
Okay.
Going into some prophecies.
Okay.
This is Jeremiah 15. I'm gonna start at 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards his people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
But who is that people? You Israelites. Right? Negroes, Latinos, right? Native Americans, right? You were the people, man. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then shalt thou say to them, then shalt thou tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
So the Lord has a prescribed for every Israelite that's not part of the chosen. How you gonna go out of here, man? You could,
Yeah, even in that day, in the time of, you have the captivity, this represents those FEMA camps, We're gonna, because you're gonna have men, don't I know you, give me this word, and the Spirit's gonna come upon us to prescribe unto that man how he's gonna die,
App. If you want that earthquake app.
yeah, you gonna just look that up on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Really, every brother should download it.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah.
God, I need to download myself. I have one low phone, but things happen.
Yep.
But I'm reading it again. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go? Then shalt thou tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity. So we're gonna tell you, look, these people, some of these people are gonna die, but in these race riots. Some of them are gonna die in these FEMA camps. Some of the people are gonna die by famine, But what is not gonna happen, the Lord is not gonna have mercy on them, Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay. So the Lord is going to, this is how you're going to die. You're going to die by a sword, The sword is going to slay you. The sword is going to kill you. That sword can be anything,
Yep. It could be a gun. There's a bat with nails in it. You know what I'm saying?
Literally a bat,
Yeah.
They show you in that iRobot movie, when the robots were taking over, that when the people went to go fight against the robot, they had everything. They had chains. Not all of them had guns. Some of them had bats, chains,
Chainsaws.
tire irons, or tire wrenches,
Right.
It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear. But there's no, some of these houses, they literally got tons of dogs. Some of these, in the boonies, in the country, you have some houses, they got 10 to 12 dogs. What happens when those dogs get loose and they're hungry? They're gonna be tearing Jake up, eating them alive. But these dogs are gonna get hungry.
Hey, look, you ever watch MTV, where it used to come on MTV Cribs? They used to have these shows where they go to these rappers, these entertainers. How I'm living. All them guys, they be having like a backyard full of pit bulls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Full of Rottweilers.
They gotta eat too.
Yeah. That could be their demise, man.
Dog food running out,
Right.
Dogs can get hungry,
Yeah.
They're gonna eat people.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Don't bite the hand that feeds them with the hand ain't feeding them on.
Exactly. So that hand gonna become the meal. You can see it.
Yeah.
The owner trying to kill the dog, the dog trying to kill the owner, for food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says, the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Yeah, the fowls of the heaven, man, them birds, man. They gonna get their munch on that day, man.
Yep. Yeah, they show you in there's been recent news things, birds coming out in swarms, in parking lots, taking over the parking lot.
Yeah.
But they show you that in that Resident Evil movie, the birds were infected, and they were hungry because they were infected. You know what? They swarmed down the people, The birds, these birds and these beasts, they show you with this whole COVID-19 thing with not as many, because, these animals look at cars as predators, A car hits you, you dead, So now that the cars really haven't been on the streets, these animals are starting to come out a lot more, So with all these things going on, people not really, cars gonna be abandoned on the highway, these animals are gonna come out,
That's right.
They show you in all of these movies. I Am
Legend. I
Legend.
was thinking
You had
about
the
that.
lion come out,
Yeah.
took that dude's prey, but he's gonna be the prey in that day, Come on, man. Yeah, the lion, imagine if that deer wasn't there.
Right.
The lion sure the hell saw you, but he was like, nah, I like the deer, it tastes a little better, But hey, to destroy and devour the wicked of our people.
Yep.
I got one more. This is Sirach chapter 40. And I'm going to start at 8. Yeah. This book is Sirach chapter 40, verse 8. Let's go to 9. It says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation.
Bloodstrife strife, man.
Yep.
Sword and a famine.
Yeah. Tribulations and the scourge, these things are created for the wicked.
Yeah, the wicked of our people, man. The Lord's gonna give you those spiritual lashings, man, with famine, right? With the sword, right?
Yep.
The most High's gonna whip our people, man, and He's gonna use Esau, Edom to do it, man. Along with these animals, the pestilence, diseases, things of that nature, because our people don't want to be righteous.
What happens when the power goes out in America and these zoos, the zoos, these animals are just let loose.
Yeah.
You're gonna see effing polar bears out here, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bears.
That's trying to be
Lion.
a silver back door.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't think they got these? They say there's more tigers captured in the U.S. than there are in the rest of the world. You know how many tigers are? When this deal goes down, we're just gonna be literally running loose.
Yeah.
You had that movie Crawl. When there was a flood, you had mad crocodiles everywhere, and they were eating everything up, yo.
Yeah. I seen the preview. I never saw the movie, but I seen the preview.
That was a good movie.
It was?
And it show you the crocodiles, no joke, yo, eating everything.
Yeah.
People might, let me get some water.
Right.
Crocodile come.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know how they do it. They bite their teeth. you hear their mouth snapping on them.
Right.
Bones breaking.
Gobble them up.
Gobble them up, yeah. That was all I had.
That was all of that. So,
I got one more actually.
that bring me to Matthew 24 and 21. Go ahead.
Spirits Christ Vengeance.
Yep.
Sirach chapter 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right? Whether it's an actual person or whether it's an animal, right? An insect.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
The Lord created these spirits for vengeance, man. To vengeance upon our people, man.
His enemies.
Yeah. Because they don't realize that they're an enemy to the Lord, man.
Yep.
They're going against what the Heavenly Father says, doing their own thing. You became an enemy, man.
That's what we ask you. When we come here week in, week out, we're asking you who's on the Lord's side.
Yep.
Let him come forth. Just like Moses did.
Yep.
And all the sons of Levi joined themselves together.
That's right.
And everyone else was slain.
That's right.
It says, and I got one more in scripture. When I was watching Elder Apostle Bar's video, he said if we did not have the Lord on our side, then our enemies would have swallowed us up, So our enemies being the so-called white man, and the Lord's sword,
That's right.
We need the Lord on our side.
That's right.
This is Sirach 39 and Sorry, actually. Psalm 39:28, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
Yeah, in their fury, they lay on sore strokes, man. You know? Well, let's go ahead and finish it out.
If I may say, it said they pour out their force. You know, once again, Esau being the left hand of the Lord, what did Donald Trump say? He said we are willing to go to bring in not only the military but other forces. You know who? They might hire ex-military, these different militia groups, just like they show you in the movie The Purge. Other means, you know, people that are willing to use their hands dirty against their own people. Or really on Jake, you know? It says
that's who this message is for.
Yep.
That's who we're trying to reach. Yeah, death and destruction is coming to these heathens, right? But the words that are faithful and true was for our people. You know, what to do, what not to do, man. You know, who to listen to, who not to listen to.
which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
Yep.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yeah, so, you know, these animals, you know, these people, they're going to appease the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Right? For the ones you that just don't want, the one will be corrected, man. You know? They don't want to hearken to the words of the Heavenly Father. You want to do your own thing. You want to live your best life. Right? You want to smoke weed, smoke crack, pop bottles. You want to continue to go to a Sunday church service. You want to continue calling yourselves Catholics, right? Native Americans. Not accepting Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Look, man, the Lord has spirits created for vengeance for you, man. But you didn't hear that scripture in church.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
They playing with a half deck of cards.
They sure are, man.
They don't even got the whole Bible in there.
Yeah, they said the Apocrypha's not canon, man. You know?
Anyways, fire and hell and famine and death. All these things, all these were created for vengeance. You got fire and hell. You got famine and death. These things were created for vengeance, you know? So this is another way the Lord could use to bring vengeance, his righteous anger upon these people.
Yeah, you see it.
I'm sorry.
You got it, bro.
You said, what did the Lord say? Fire, this place is already going to be on fire when this place comes back, you know? So he's just going to have more fire, you know?
More fire.
Different famines.
That's right.
The Lord's just going to have all these people, a lot of these people still have farms, you know? Some people might just have farms, you know, and we're a very royal area in North Carolina, you know, very country area. You got farms out here. Man, they gonna go out one day, their cattle are just gonna be dead, you know? Because a lot of them can go in there and gut a cow, you know, kill it, you know, get the beef out of it. But hey, it's gonna be rotten, you know? It's gonna be no good.
Yeah, I don't mean cut you off, bro. That's a lost art and fashion amongst our people. You tell Jake to go slaughter an animal.
I know some. Not as many. I know 1 out of 1 million.
Hey.
Oh, there it is. It's crazy.
I mean cut you off, bro. Finish your statement.
Yeah, look at the time in Egypt, you know, the Lord turned the water into blood.
Yeah.
You know? That's another way of the famine.
Yeah, I had vengeance. All right. This is the definition of the word vengeance. Punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong.
Yeah, for wrong. For transgressing against the Heavenly Father, man. This is what's coming is a punishment, man. A punishment with 2/3 coming, a punishment for Esau's coming. You know, we ain't forgot about Sleazy E.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Lord's hope we get some scriptures on that guy.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because payback is coming for him according to the Bible. But what we're talking about right now is payback for 2/3 of our people. You know? Any more to that?
Yeah.
Except for a wrong, right? The wrongs that they're doing
Yeah.
is breaking the scriptures, breaking down the Bible, teaching our people lies, leading our people astray. You know, leading their own people astray, I should say. You know, They worry about everyone is so worried about pleasing their flesh that they don't care what we have to say. They care what their pastor in the church has said. Pastor said I can eat anything, Wait, my pastor, he has sex with, other women, or, people always justify it by acts of other men. It don't matter. You gotta work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, When the Lord comes back, he's gonna have to punish you for all the wickedness you've done on the earth. I don't care what the next man is doing. And that's what's wrong with the majority of our people. They're worried about that broad gate, what the rest of the people are doing. Scripture say, following now a multitude do evil. Yeah. Any more definitions?
Got some synonyms. Revenge.
Revenge. Right? Go ahead.
If I may say, the Lord is going to revenge the wicked of our people for slaying the prophets as well. The Lord said, upon this generation shall all the blood of the prophets, they're going to have to pay for it. So this is revenge.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai, this is his revenge as well. Look what they did to him,
His revenge first and foremost.
Yeah. Because it's not us that you hating, you might have slain the prophets, but really you trying to slay the Lord. But since you can't put hands on the Heavenly Father and Son, you put hands on this man that he set up.
That's right. That's right.
You have a son, you tell him to tell, his brother, to wash the dishes. If he say no, you're not saying no to the son, he's saying no to the to you, you being the dad,
Yeah.
And that's what our people have done.
Yep, it's a revenge, retribution, retaliation.
So this is righteous. This is retribution. Yep. The Lord's vengeance is retribution. It's something that's righteous. Retaliation. It's just payback, my man. You get the energy you put out. That's what you get back. You know. He that sow wickedness shall he that plow iniquity and sow wickedness shall reap the same.
Right. Yep. And I got two more.
That woman loud, bro. You can hear the black woman from a mile away. Go ahead.
Yeah. Comeback.
You hear louder than the brothers, It's crazy.
Comeback and satisfaction.
Look, satisfaction. Right?
Yep.
When the Lord judge our people, it's going to satisfy them, man.
I know, right? Satisfaction.
Right. Guaranteed. So, what we at?
I'm done with, let me make sure I'm done. Yep, a little bit more. Verse 30, Sirach 39:30, it says, teeth of wild beast, teeth of wild beast, and scorpions, serpents. They don't have those things in America,
Yeah, okay.
You're kidding yourself,
They got them real heavy out there in Arizona.
And in North Carolina. These people they're zoos, my man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says
Not too far from here.
not too far.
Asheville.
Yeah. About an hour some change.
So we went there. Hey, they're gonna migrate.
Yeah.
They can have all the time in the world to migrate. The Lord might just. Hey, you see how the Lord does it? Might have a hurricane come. Now we got swarms of locusts over here in America. Hurricane season right around the corner.
Yeah.
Wait, there was a hurricane. The coronavirus that was in China, it's in the air. It got pushed all the way in America. Now there's more cases.
Right.
Who knows how this thing's really gonna go down?
Right.
But it says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
Yeah, all for you wicked people, man. Mainly you Israelites, man. Because that's what this word and this warning is for, man.
It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
Yeah, those spirits, man, they're gonna be ready. They ready now, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right on the green light from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. You know, they ready to appease the Heavenly Father, man.
Mm-hmm.
Why joke around? Why play around with that, man? You know.
That's right.
But Jake loved joking and playing around with that life, man. You know.
That was it.
Bring me that Matthew 24:21.
It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Yep.
No, nor ever shall be.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of hell that's coming upon the face of the earth, man. Mainly here in America to our people. All right. You look back on the accounts that was documented, 70 AD. All right, when the Romans besieged Jerusalem, right? Starved them out, had Jake eating their own children, eating leather belts, right? All that's coming back, man. You know? In the worst fashion, man, because this is going to be the end all be it all right here. The day that's coming is not going to be a day like it, you know?
Verse 22.
No, that was it. That was it. Read it one more time.
It's Matthew chapter 21, verse 24. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Yeah, so you're gonna have so much hell going on. You know, it's gonna, in history and time, it's gonna peak all the hell you can imagine. You know, you see these ancient movies, you see how much hell they might have been catching. It's gonna be worse than that.
Yep.
They show you movies, you know, so-called during the dark ages that there were sicknesses going on. Well, you know, even worse sicknesses, you know. They thought smallpox were bad. You know, new diseases Yahweh Shema Shai is going to create in the earth, you know, and pour upon these people.
You can see, that's what I always said, man. You're going to have a disease out here going to drop Jake within 24 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to drop people within a day, man. That's how severe. Because look, mass death has to come, right? You know? The scripture says, many shall perish. You know? And look at the Great Depression. They're telling you that what? The unemployment is worse now than it was during the Great Depression, man. To what? Look, families won't eat. Families was eating, if they were lucky enough to eat, 1 meal a day, a pot of beans. Can you imagine Jake right now eating a pot of beans for a week? You know what I'm saying? They go insane. Look, the Rodney King race riots, right? It's gonna be worse than that. You had Moab jumping out, defending their shops and stuff like that, gunning down Jake. You know, it's gonna be worse than that, man. Worse than the slavery. Matter of fact, worse than post-slavery, man. Because during slavery, it was actually, you know, taken care of in a sense because, you know, it was valuable. You know, and he saw like nothing coming between him and his money. You know what I'm saying? Post-slavery, when Jake caught the most hell, man. You know. When our iniquity had an end, they forward their affliction, man. You know? It's gonna be worse than that. Come.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 4. It says, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For Isaiah saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Yeah, because that's what's coming. Fearful times, man. Peace ain't coming as the scripture tells you. You know? What's that? 1 Thessalonians 5:3. They shall seek peace and safety. You know? Come.
It's Isaiah 57:21. There is no peace, saith my power to the wicked.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, there's no peace in my power to the wicked. The wicked of our people, peace is not coming onto them. You know, they're not going to have any assurity of their life. You know, they're going to be in great fear and torment of what's actually coming upon the earth.
Yeah.
This is verse 6. Ask ye now, Isaiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail.
Yeah, they're gonna be bitching up, man. You know, excuse my rude speech. That's what they gonna be doing, man. Cause the time's gonna be so bad out here, man.
You're gonna be crying.
Yeah. You know, you got these big brolic dudes. I don't know what to do, man. It's crazy, yo. You know? But, you know, we are the hopeful elect, but willing we endure. We know these things are coming, man.
Stomach gonna be hurting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lack of bread.
Yeah. You know? You may be dealing with a sickness, but can't go to no hospital or nothing, or, you know, be treated. You can't pray because the Lord's not hearing your prayers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Normally when someone's in pain, they grab their stomach anyway. They grab like their loins area because they're crying so much.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how it's gonna be. Jeremiah is asking, yo, is he's having a woman? Is he having a baby? Why is he crying? You know, why does he look like he's catching so much hell?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And this is concerning the house of Israel. Why are they catching so much hell? Because this is a time for them to be judged for all the wickedness that they have promoted and have done on the earth. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
The paleness, man. Frightened, terrified of what's being happening upon the earth until our people. You know, they're gonna be weak in the knees.
That's right.
What's that? That's WV. My bad.
Mm-hmm. What's up, WV?
I get so weak in the knees. Yeah, I can hardly speak. You know, that's how Jake gonna be out here, man. Frightful sights, not knowing if they're gonna make it and survive to the end of the day, survive until the morning. You know.
Here's something. This is. I'm gonna go back to Jeremiah.
Okay.
Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly.
How we know that? Because we've been measuring the times. You know? 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Measure the time diligently in itself. And that's what we've been doing, man. Ever since we came into this truth, man, we've been measuring the times, man. You know? And that's how we know.
That's right. Right now you got Jake breaking their neck to see what we doing. They're gonna be breaking their neck to get some food in their stomach soon enough, you know? They need to stop taking time out of their day to get the word, you know? But if they don't, keep it pushing, you know?
Yeah, they're gonna be breaking their neck to get this word.
Literally.
You know? Scriptures tell you that.
Yeah. Verse 14, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
Yeah, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly, man. Esau's military, you know, those muscle fitness magazine dudes that be on the front like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those hard rocks in the hood, you know. But man, Esau, man, his mighty men, they're gonna cry bitterly, man. You know. They're not gonna stand a chance to tell you that in 1st Ezra, the 13th chapter, man. You know, they saw a chariot so large they couldn't see where it was carved out. That's what Ezra said, right?
Yeah, 2nd Ezra.
That was 2nd Ezra 13.
Yeah.
Kind. You know, and Esau, he's gonna bitch up, man. You know. But what? The Lord gonna put a spirit in the fight, man. You know, they're gonna be so scared, man.
Yeah, even in these streets, you know, you got a lot of these gym heads, you know, those are being counted as some of the mighty men as well, you know?
Yeah, those muscle fitness dudes,
They're all about fitness,
yeah.
Being an alpha male,
yeah.
You know, they make their life off, you know, being personal trainers and things like that, you
Eating
know?
raw meat and raw eggs, you know?
Even they're going to cry there bitterly, you know, when this day of the Lord comes, because they're going to be catching so much hell.
Yeah.
They're going to realize that what they put their stock, their faith in, has failed them, you know.
That's right.
Back in Jeremiah 30:7, at last for that, I'm sorry, let me, there's a little bit more Zephaniah.
Yeah.
Zephaniah 1:15, that day is a day of wrath.
Look, that day, the day of the Lord is a day of wrath, man. You know? Not fun times. Not exciting times for
Should I look up
2/3.
wrath?
But a day of wrath. Yeah, whoever get it first.
Yeah, will you brothers look up wrath?
Yeah.
Select it first.
But that's what 2/3 of our people get forward to. Right? What's coming down the pipeline is wrath of the Heavenly Father. Bring it out.
This is wrath. It's a now. Strong, vengeful anger or indignation.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, it says strong, vengeful. You know, we read what vengeful, we read what the word vengeance means. It means to punish someone for a wicked deed. So the day of wrath is a day of vengeance, you know? Strong. And when the Lord is coming back angry because he's pissed off of all the wickedness our people removed it, you know? Is doing, I should say.
That's a good one.
He smiles. He knows it's a good one.
He's
Yeah.
our life rating red.
It's a retributory punishment for an offense or a crime, divine chastisement.
Divine chastisement, you see? So this wrath that's coming is divine chastisement. It's to punish our people for their wickedness. You know?
And it's coming from the Lord.
So the day of the Lord is a day of punishment. It's not a day of hugs and kisses.
Right.
A day of rewards, you know, for their wickedness.
Right.
Yahweh Shai said, I come quickly to give every man a reward according to his deeds. You know, they read that, like, see what I mean? We gotta get those blessings, you know?
Hey, we fed the homeless.
Yeah.
You know?
But you know, you gotta say, look, what about those who aren't doing the righteous deeds, you know?
Yeah.
They're gonna be judged for that. A little bit more. Was there any more definitions, bro? That was it. Come. Zephaniah 1:15, a day of trouble and distress.
And look, that's for the ones about people who's not hearkening to this word. This will be a day of trouble and distress for you. You know? You're the one's gonna be bugged out of your mind, man. Because you're not gonna have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, which is able to keep you stable. And
Yeah.
part of that wisdom is to fear the Lord. Right? Have faith, trust in Him. But our people not gonna have it. Because they rejected the Lord, man. They rejected this truth when they had time to get it, man.
A day of trouble and distress, yeah. Yep. That's what's coming.
Our people think a day of trouble is the lights going off, man. You know? Power goes out. Our people think that's a day of trouble, man.
Yep. You know, internet tower might
Wait.
what you say, bro?
Oh, you said the lights going out. Like, shit, you go to Walmart, get the candles for $1. That's solve the problem.
Yeah. Hey, but check this out now. You know, Jake, the internet might go out. They might have that whole, you know, it's gonna, repairman gonna fix it, you know? That's what's gonna make this day so bad, you know? Because they're not gonna be stable in those times because they didn't have this knowledge, you know? They're gonna be in darkness. They're not gonna know what the hell is going on. What do you mean? Just a month ago, you know, I was online planning what school I was gonna go to,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I was doing this, I was doing that, I was planning for my wedding.
Yeah.
That's why it's gonna be so bad, you know? When a thief comes in, the Lord's gonna come as a thief in the night. When the thief comes in and robs everything you work for, he makes the house clean, empty, you know, robbed everything. You in a distressful day, you don't know what the hell is happening, you know? Just yesterday, you was watching on TV on the flat screen, you know? But now, the thief is coming in, you know? Everything in your life is dramatically about to change, and it is changing.
Hey, look at the Grinch that stole Christmas, right? When the Grinch snatched up everything, well, how you think those people look when they got home, man? A lot of sad faces. You know?
Yeah. That's the day of the Lord for you.
Yep.
Zephaniah 1:15, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess.
A day of desolation, man. Darkness and gloominess. What's going to cause that, man? Those ICBM missiles we was reading about earlier, man. Along with the chariots of the Lord, right? It's going to make the clock everything all dark, man. Plus your future hopes and dreams, all right, of moving on in this life is going to be darkened, man. You're not going to see no future, man. It's going to be gloomy, man.
You know, right?
Read that part again.
It says, a day of wasteness.
Wasteness.
We read earlier, creating the waster to destroy.
Yeah.
A day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness.
Yeah, thick darkness, man. That's what the day of the Lord is going to consist of, man. You know? And that's what's coming to our people.
Yeah, man. And that's why we come out here on the highways and byways to tell them. We prophesy of war, evil, and pestilence. You know, that's what the Spirit had we start the day with, you know? You know, those, you know, even Ezra, a righteous man, said, woe is me, because he understood, those days are bad, you know? And if he didn't have the Lord on his side, that he was going to be
Through. Yeah.
You know?
Gonna be through, man.
Jeremiah 30 and 7, I never got to read that.
Yeah, read that and then bring up Revelation 12 and 12. Did you ever finish off that other precept? Yeah. Okay. Get that Revelation 12 and 12 next.
In Jeremiah 30 and 7, at last for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Jacob is you Israelites, man. Jacob's name was changed to Israel after he wrestled the angel and received that blessing, right? So the time that we're living in, we're coming in, is Jacob's trouble. Yeah, these other heathens going to be caught up in the pestilence, the diseases, the race riots, but it's mainly going to affect you Jacobs, man. But the elect, the remnant, is going to be saved out of it, man. And you want to be a part of that. You used to sit at Akim, all right, that watch and listen, that study at home, right? You want to be protected in that day. But it starts with hearkening to the words, repent, turning back. Because someone has to be the elect. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord open up your eyes, open up your ears to get this truth. Try. Why not? Why not say I can be part of the elect? You know? You gotta think positive in this thing, man.
You gotta have faith. Scriptures say, without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that comes to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
That's right. Hebrews 11:1 and jump down to 6.
Yeah, we have faith that our work, our labor is not in vain. That's
right.
why we do the work, so we can reap the reward. Because we know those who don't do the work are going to be destroyed.
That's right.
So we're doing the work to seek that mercy of the Lord, you know, doing his will, so that in the time of trouble, Zephaniah 2:3, that ye may be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
That's right. That's right. Because look, man, this guy Sleazy is coming down, man. You see the prophets out here prophesying the downfall of this place, and you read the accounts when the prophets popped on the scene and prophesied the downfall of the place. What happened? They went down. Okay, so whether if Sleazy really believes or not, he's preparing. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna come down on our people, as the scriptures say. Did you finish, bro?
Yeah. He's on nose man, just trying to upset the prophecy. But hey, brothers watch Kung Fu Panda, you had that wise turtle. He said they had the prophecy that a dude was gonna break out of prison and come back, you know, and everything would be messed up. Then what did they do? They sent the messenger. But what did he say? He said one often messes up their own, comes to their destiny by trying to stop it, you know? Yeah. He's all trying to stop it, really just doing what the Lord wants him to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
That word means destruction. You know? Go ahead.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Yeah, the devil, the deceiver, Satan, sleazy E. Esau Edom, according to the Bible, is going to come down on people, and you see that happening now, man. Right? With these vaccines they're going to have people take. If you don't take these vaccines, you can't go in any stores or do anything. You know, can't go outside. You know, can't take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. You can't buy or sell. I saw, I was getting my car washed, and I saw the car wash thing set up for the RFID chip, man. You know? I took a picture. I'll show y'all brothers, Lord's will after, we wrap up. You know what I'm saying? But look, the devil's he's coming down on people hard, man. You know? Because he knows he has a short time of ruling. Right? So he gonna let out everything, man. That's like going back to Matthew 24th chapter. The time's gonna be a time like it's never been on the earth before, man. You heard the term I'm going out, guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Esau's gonna do, man. He's gonna go out guns blazing, man.
I mean, if I may read this,
Yeah.
Brothers are bringing out like HR 6666, bill. There's so much disinformation going out, whether it be true or not. Esau's trying to keep everything under wraps. Because now, I got it says there's a claim that HR 6666 4 sixes.
Yeah, they couldn't make it 3 because it'd be too obvious.
It says will give government the power to forcibly remove your family members from your home and quarantine them. That includes your children. Now they had a post, the officer, the dude, he came with the nurse, he's telling them to get out of their house, like, no, you're gonna come with us, Now you have a choice. You can either come willingly or we're gonna force you to come, And that's part of this bill. But now Esau's trying to say, no, that's not true. That's not what the bill is gonna do. Look, man, Esau is being revealed, so he's realizing that his power of secrecy is coming to an end.
Yep.
So that's what he has. Deceiving the people. People aren't being deceived anymore. A light is being shined on this so-called white man. The skirt is being lifted. On this devil. Hey, that's what's also another telltale sign that he's having but a short time. He can't hide his witchcraft anymore.
That's right. Yep, that's right. The Son of Man is being revealed right now, man.
Son of perdition.
Son of perdition is Son of perdition, man. The Son of destruction is being revealed right now, man. Starting with our head apostles.
That's right. Only he who shall let until he be taken out of the way.
Yeah.
Esau got a short time. The Lord's letting this devil rule,
Yeah.
for the time being. Just like Pharaoh. You gonna bring a couple more out?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Go ahead.
You wanna bring some? I'm gonna bring one out. That Romans 9, but even for the same purpose that I raised thee up, that might show my power on me.
Yeah, and I want to get we'll bring that last. Get Psalm 75 and 5.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We're gonna end off from those 2 scriptures. Because little do he know, and the world knows, that the Lord put this man in power, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing the will of the Heavenly Father.
The earth was given. I mean, he gave it to him. Hey, here you go. I just gave you something. You know?
Right. Like I gave you this word about. Hey, you got this word about. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did to Esau Edom.
Anyways, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Read.
Psalm chapter 75, verse 5. Lift not up your horn on high.
Right.
Speak not with a stiff neck.
That pride, man. That's Esau Edom all day. From the greatest to the least, man. Hey, look at that Edomite that came out last week, right? He said, well, where am I supposed to and where am I supposed to go? Remember, he didn't want to be on camera. Here it is, you homeless, right? Walking the streets of Raleigh, North Carolina, but you still got that pride, man. You know? Go ahead. They're prideful people, man.
For promotion cometh neither from the east nor from the west.
Right? Go ahead.
If I may say,
Nor
look
from
up
the
that,
south.
if you look at that word promotion, it means to be raised up in position of power, you know?
That's right.
You know, to be raised up, you know?
Just like on your jobs.
Yep, exactly. It's free on the weekends.
Just like on your jobs. You know, you get a promotion. You know, you may go from the grill to cashier.
Yeah, no, to manager.
What that dude said, come to America. he
In
was
2
like,
years, I'll be doing fries.
Yeah, I'm doing fries.
That shit.
Eddie Murphy looked at him like, all right, you know?
He was like, okay, good.
Yeah. But, you know, going to what the brothers I was saying, you know, just, you know, to be lifted up, man.
So don't come from anyone but the Lord, you know?
That's right.
Verse
Yeah,
7. Psalm 75:7. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Yeah, man, that's the time we're living in. See, the Lord is the one that is the judge, right? And he controls who's in the power seat. Esau's in the power seat right now, but the Lord is doing what? The Lord is lifting him up out of that power seat and putting Yasha'Allah in that power seat, man. And we know that first and foremost because we got the names back. We got this word back. You know what I'm saying? So that's a transition starting off right there, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8. For in the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushua there is a cup, and the wine is red.
That was it.
But you can get ready.
You want it?
Yeah.
All right.
That goes into the cup of trembling, you know? It represents the hardships that's about to befall Esau, you know? Whether it be slavery, whether it be the really slavery that he's about to catch, you know?
Yeah, that's all of it.
Yeah, because he's gonna catch all the hell in slavery, you know?
And look, Slack here, bro. Deuteronomy 28, 15, and on down.
The curse is on down to verse 68.
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out the slacky, and he poureth out of it, out of the same.
Mm-hmm.
But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall bring them out and drink them.
Right.
Exactly. Even the dregs thereof. So, in the wine, in the hand of the Lord, there is a cup of trembling, you know, and the Lord is gonna force it down these the wicked of these the wicked Edomites, you know. Give Romans 9:17 and we're closing on that, you know.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17.
Yep.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, I have raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Yeah, see, when the Lord takes Esau Edom out, the so-called white man, it's going to be known, you know, because why the prophets of the Heavenly Father are out here speaking about it, telling you that the so-called white man is about to go down, the whole world's going to know. It's going to be, the Lord is going to Yahushua is going to glorify the name of the Heavenly Father once again, you know, just like he did in the time of Egypt, you know. I've heard the fame, you know, that everyone's going to know the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua once again on the earth, you know, when he brings the so-called white man down, you know. But that, you know, it's been a beautiful weekend, prophesying the downfall and total annihilation of this wicked, sinful kingdom called America. You know, from the throne of all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of great millstone for teaching us the 1% truth according to the Bible well, and peace and blessings so reflect on the nation of Israel. Next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.